What's up, fight fans? Oh, happy New Year's. Happy New Year's, fight fans. You want to be counting down New Year's here? If you don't have anything to do and you want to count down the new year, bring it in with Round One Sports TV. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be counting down the new year, and you can join us, and we'll count it down together. I'm not going out there tonight. You know what I mean? I'm gonna bring in the new year right. Salute, Hugo. How you doing? In the building. I'm gonna bring in the new year right here at home, and me and my wife, she made me do those little New Year's resolution things there. So we did all of that. But yeah. If you want to join us here at Round One Sport TV, we will be bringing in the new year 2026. Press that thumbs up button for me, and let's get right into this episode, guys. Hugo already wants me to drop the link. Give me a second, Hugo. Give me a second. All right, let me get situated here. All right, I'm about to twist something up. Um, Spoiler alert, full discretion. I'm about to smoke something, bringing in the new year. So, this ain't gonna be one of them shows. Okay, we gonna blaze today. Yo, how y'all feeling out there? Hold on, Hugo. I'm gonna drop the link in a second. How y'all feeling out there? I hope y'all doing good, man. You know, I remember I used to always, you know what I'm saying, go out all the New Year's and shit. I done been there, done that. You know what I mean? Survived a couple, real talk. So we just gonna bring in this New Year's right here at home, chilling. Make sure we wake up next to the right person. You know what I'm saying? And if you're out there in Las Vegas, everything does not stay in Vegas. It comes back to you. They got to give you some pills, maybe a shot, take care of that rash. That shit comes back with you. Don't fuck around out there. Yo, what's up, people? What's up? Hold on, let me drop my boy head. Yo, Hugo, don't be coming up here. You gonna make me put on the headphones, cause then I ain't gonna be able to hear you like this. I gotta put on the headphones. Fuck with Hugo. Hold on, Hugo. Ah, I gotta put on the stunners. Fucking with Hugo. You know what I mean? Mm-mm-mm. Bringing New Year's right. You can't go wrong with the stutters. You know what I mean? The Cardis. Nah, them shits is too fly, bro. Every time I put them on, I feel like Iron Man, the fucking dude from Iron Man and shit. I feel like that dude for real talk. Cause I know these shits is motherfucking. These is my babies right here, bro. I don't fuck around. I ain't let my brother put them on. Fuck that. I paid too much money for these motherfuckers. But I love them. I love them. I love these shits, man. They jewelry. That's what they are, jewelry. Fucking love them. I feel like Tony Starks and shit in this motherfucker. Every time I put them on, I feel like Tony Stark. For real. I mean, I lose my mind sometimes. Start motherfucking. Yo, where was I? Was I dropping the chat for motherfucking Hugo here? Stop it, Hugo. What's up, people? How y'all doing? Who that? Who that? Who that? Nikki, happy New Year's to my sister Nikki, my sister Nelly, my sister Yvette, my brother Jose, and my brother Matthew. And to all my kids and everything, happy New Year's to all of you out there. I hope you guys get home safe or, enjoy the festivities and have a great time. Here we go. Here we go. Hugo, El Linko, and El Chato. Hugo, I done slid in under another account today. Is that what I did? You ain't got the link. Where you at? You ain't at home? Salute. We grown. We at home New Year's Eve. That's right. You know what I mean? I know I'm gonna be here at New Year's Eve. I'm gonna wake up next to my wife. Ain't gonna be no funny business. You can't say, I got you. I got you now. You know who you was with? That regular bitch you was with last night. Nah, you ain't gonna pull none of that shit on me, man. Ain't gonna be none of that. You know what I mean? I'll be here safe and sound. Hugo, what's going on? Hold on. Who this? Who this? Who that? What up, bro?
What up, Rob? One, let me get a microphone check up in this.
All right, all right. What you got? Your extra deep voice mode on today? What's going on?
Nah, man. This is my regular voice. Round one. Salute to
Oh,
you.
oh,
Salute
oh,
to your
you just
family.
serious today then?
Salute to all you guys, brother. Happy 2026. Excited for this new year, brother. Excited for what
Uh,
this new year of boxing brings to us, brother. Hopefully, we got something cooking in the pot. We got a strong January 2026. We're starting off the year this Saturday with Amanda Serrano. A lot of Puerto Rican fighters in that card. That card is looking stacked. That card is looking like a 15 fight card. You got Chop Chop Chaparro. You got Juan Pablo Rivera. You got Yankel. You got Puerto Rican blood up in that fight card right there. What you
Yo,
think about
there's a
that
lot
fight
of
card,
good.
man?
Huh?
What you think about that fight card, man?
Oh, no, the fight card is great.
It's
Check it out. As
stacked.
a matter of fact, if you wanna let's see here. Why don't we go ahead and put this up, and we'll put that up right there.
There you
So,
go. What
hold on a
website is
sec.
that? What website is that? ESPN?
ESPN, yes,
All right,
this
hold
is
on though. Hold on,
ESPN.
man. Hold on. ESPN boxing schedule. All right, hold on real
Yeah,
quick so I could bring it up in my end over here. January 3rd,
right
San
there, top
Juan,
one.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah, you see it, Amanda Serrano right there. And then if we want, we can go down to our fight card, which is right here, and everyone that's on
There
the
you
card.
go.
You see everybody
Bam.
that's on the card right here?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 13 fights.
Yeah. It's good. Looks to be a
Crystal
good night
Rosario.
in boxing out there in Puerto Rico. And that's
Crystal
January
Rosado's
3rd
back.
in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Yeah.
Mm.
This is where fighters can get opportunities to be on a big stage because Amanda Serrano is a big Puerto Rican superstar,
Mm.
and I believe that the Puerto Ricans are going to come out. So when you get stages like this and moments like this, and you're on cards like this, you got to show up and show out. You really do.
Yes, sir.
And then you got other cards coming up in the future right here with Subir Matias right here and Dalton Smith,
Mm.
and then you have the co-main of that. Man, there's a lot of Puerto Rican blood right here on this card right there, as you can see. Santiago,
I'm
you know,
excited for that fight. I've been doing my sorry to cut you off.
yep,
I've been doing my little investigation, bro. I'm
yep.
getting excited for that co-main event with Ojo y
Oh,
Bazooka.
Santiago, man, listen, let me tell you something right now.
Bro,
Uh,
that's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be a
yeah, it's gonna be
firework
a good
one.
one. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
man.
And then, you got a few cars in a Liam Paro. He's out there in
N-
January 16th, and
Oh
these are
no,
a lot.
that fight got canceled. Sorry
Yeah.
again. Sorry again
Oh, yeah,
to
with
cut you
with
off, but
Padley, right?
yeah,
Yep.
Patty Donovan is out the
Yeah,
picture. He got the flu. To me,
yeah.
I don't know why is he pulling off bro, it's literally like the 16th. You got like 2 full weeks.
I don't
Literally.
well, anyway, I don't wanna really get into it, but there was a lot said behind that, but,
Mm,
these are the fights right here closing, starting the year, the new year of boxing.
mm.
This fight right here, I wanted to bring up. This is exactly what I was looking for, and I wanted to know your opinion on this fight with Andy Cruz.
Mm.
and Raymond Morataya because, rightfully so with Andy Cruz's record, does he deserve a shot at this fight? And, you know, uh, I think that Morataya is in his boxing right. He has what we call a voluntary, where
No,
that he,
puppy. That's
you know,
a mandatory.
this is a man.
Remember,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
now you're
Because
not sleeping.
remember that he fought for the vacant with
Now you're not sleeping, Hugo.
yeah,
Yes,
he fought for
there
the
you go.
vacant with the oh man, I Zaire Abedayev or something like that Middle Eastern or Russian dude. Respectfully, he fought for the vacant for that. So after
Yep.
you get a vacant, you have to do at least one mandatory, which is Andy
Well,
Cruz.
right. That right. Okay, yup. Okay. Nice little breakdown. Nice little breakdown today, Hugo. You on
Yes,
fire
sir.
today, bro.
Ah,
You
thank you,
you
brother. Thank you,
you
brother.
on
I
fire
love boxing.
today.
I love talking
I
boxing,
I
especially in round one.
I I so yes. And guys, Andy Cruz in this situation is gonna have to make the 10-pound rehydration because
Mm,
this is a title defense for Raymond. So he's gonna have to honor that. So the next day at 9 o'clock in the morning, he has to come under 9.5 pounds.
mm, mm,
So the IBF is on the line. You know what I mean? So when you fight for that belt, we all know there is a 10-pound rehydration call, which keeps the fighter honest, which
mm, mm,
they're trying to do where they have been for years, doing away with what we call weight bullying. If you can make that 10 pounds the next day, you can put on whatever weight, but it's not going to be much. And it's in the scale of failed competition. I like the rule. Um, there were fight organizations like the WBA rumored to doing such rules and stuff. I don't know whatever happened really with that with the WBA organization. They're up and down. Um, um, I can't give you any definitive answer, but other belts such as the WBO, uh, the Puerto Rico belt, they're starting to hold their fighters accountable, meaning that now if you're a number one contender and they offer you a world title fight and you deny it, they take you off the ranking system until the next time you fight. When you fight, then they'll determine where they place you back on, and you have to work your way back up
mm,
like that.
mm.
And that's keeping the fighter accountable because in situations like we had with the one with for instance, William Cepeda, right?
Mm, mm.
Hugo,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
William Cepeda at once upon a time, he was the number one across the board.
Yes, sir. All four
He was
sanctioning
the
bodies.
all four, and they don't want that to happen. They're like, how did we get here? How did he become the number one for that long and
Mm,
no fights? He just sat there in the rankings and this was okay. So the WBO at least wants things to move along.
mm,
And the IBF has a habit of never putting anybody in their number one or two spot in any weight division. That's always vacant. And it's kind of like those two emergency seats so that if any Ryan Garcia pops up out of nowhere or your name is George Camboza and we need you to fill in a fight for our IBF champion Richard Hitchens and we're going to feed you like a lamb to slaughter, well then we'll leave that open so we can do whatever we want. We can
mm.
justify any number one or two ranking because they're all vacant.
Let me see here.
Whenever we want, slid up,
What the hell? All
bing,
right.
right? Okay. Now
Ooh.
the WBC, right?
Mm.
They're a bit
Damn.
different in their ranking system. Now, when you look at the WBC ranking, I know what you see. You see a 15 ranking system. There are names in each division. Am I right? Right. You would assume that it works that way, but it doesn't. For the WBC, they elect who they deem worthy. There's a 32 board members and they sit there and they oversees and look. The WBC is the Cadillac belt. That's the way they market themselves. I'm not going to tell the WBC how to market themselves. A lot of people have come out and say, who are the WBC to demand so much money? Well, who's Bentley to demand so much money for their cars? The best.
Yes,
And if you
sir.
consider yourself the best and above the other ones, that's what it costs to have our belt in. We're not going to lower the price because we're the Rolls Royce of belts.
Mm.
And if people can't understand business, well, you don't understand what a Rolex is compared to a Timex.
Mm.
You understand? See,
Yes, sir.
the WBC, their champions, is what made them. And it's, you see a lot of, oh, it's a Mexican belt. No, it's not. It's a belt. It's a belt that is a professional belt in professional boxing. And not a lot of fighters, Mexican fighters, has made it what it was. No. Mike Tyson had that belt. Floyd Mayweather had that belt. He made it very popular. Roy Jones had the belt. A lot of great fighters have had the WBC, American fighters. So don't give me that. It's actually that we have to admit that the WBC, just like Floyd Mayweather said, they rocked with him. They showed him love, bro. Let me tell you how much love the WBC showed Mayweather. That till this day, there's no belt in history of the WBC. There's no Saul Canelo Alvarez belt, not the ring that Terrence Crawford has on his finger. That ring they made, that shit don't cost more money than that Mayweather belt that the WBC made for him. That shit was $1 million. The $1 million belt. Google it right now.
Let me see.
WBC $1 million Mayweather belt. Google it. They made it for the Conor McGregor fight, the WBC, to show their love for what Mayweather did for the WBC. What higher honor? They made a belt. The plate was entire gold, all diamonds. Read up on the diamonds that they put in that belt. That ring they gave Terrence Crawford don't cost that much.
That one, I believe, they said that it was in the 200,000.
What, the ring?
Yeah.
I heard it was 150,000, 160,
Okay.
30,000.
Okay. We'll leave it at 150,000. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. It's something, brother. It's something.
Yeah,
It's
but
a belt
Mayweather's belt
for
that the
for
WBC, the Mexican
for the
organization,
2017 Mayweather versus McGregor fight. The World Boxing Council (WBC) created a special jewel encrusted money belt as a unique trophy for the winner. It features 1.5 kilograms of gold, 3,360 diamonds, 300 emeralds, 600 ferries, valued over $1 million. You ain't lying. You ain't lying.
listen,
You ain't lying, brother.
that's how the WBC rock with Mayweather. That was just a belt.
Mayweather McGregor money belt.
They made shit,
Woohoo!
and Mayweather was like, have the confidence to make that belt and know that I'm gonna walk out of that ring with that belt. Conor McGregor ain't playing Terrence Crawford and taking my jewel. That belt was made for me. And Mayweather went in there and whooped Conor McGregor's ass and walked off with that belt. The WBC, like, they believed in Mayweather. They knew what they had in that fighter. All the money, all the fame. Whenever you saw Mayweather, look in the picture, he got, well, you can't see it's behind here. He got like 4 of them on.
When you have a chance, check your Instagram DMs. I send you something right now related to the topic you're talking about, the WBC and Mayweather and other WBC champions.
No, I know a lot about that. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. And like, that just goes to show, I said all of that just to say that that's how the organization treats some of their top fighters that have represented them to the utmost. You got to understand, guys, that the organizations actually don't really like unifications. They really don't. The organization, see, we're the fight fans. We're fighting for unifications. But as a business sense, the WBC don't give 2 shits what the IBF is doing or the WBA. They don't, what the hell they care? So they really don't want their champion with you. What they want is a single belt champion. Is what they actually want, the organizations, because every time you fight, they don't got to deal with nobody. They don't got to split no money. They don't go more into your check because now you got to pay a sanctioning fee for them. It's a pain in the ass, and they got to work with each other. And whose belt is on front? And when you have one belt champion, what you're trying to say is your champion is stronger than all the other champions. Then we get into a bit of a squabble, and then but the organizations really don't like unifying. They don't. They just want you to go out there and kick ass and just hold up their belt. They want the entire night to be about them. When Tank Davis fights the WBAs alone, he raises the WBA by itself. When Floyd would fight, he'd raise the WBC by itself. And that's what the organizations really want, like that. But in this era, it's more popular to work together. Because it seems to be like when you see all them belts, you're like, oh shit, it's a big moment type shit, blah, 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 like that. But yeah, man. The WBC is the Cadillac of belts, and they elect who they want. Yeah, that's only for right now. It's only for a little bit because fuck around and we get strong champions that raise up in other belts, other eras. Listen, them belts they fluctuate like this, baby. You have your ups, your downs, your highs, like that, and in between, all the belts try to survive. Yo. If there's one dude that they can get like a mixture of a Triple G punch with Lomachenko footwork, with the complexion of both of them and the skills of like Inoue, if you can get a fighter like that and wrap him around that IBO or wrap him around like the WBO, and that belt takes off and he doesn't want to unify, and the organization tells him don't unify but just beat up all the good guys, and he happens to have like 2 or 3 big names, the belt can take off. That shit will take off because that belt that Terrence Crawford had, that WBO, that gold one, where it wasn't white up here like this one. After 5 title defenses, it turns gold. We talked about it's a super. And fucking that belt he had was fucking amazing, bro. Every time he took it out, that shit was.
That's the one that had it like on the side. It had like his emblem, right? It had like Terrence Crawford emblem.
Yeah. It had like inside the rings. He filled them all in, and then he filled in the middle part, and then he made it a super, and the white line went from white to gold. So when he came in, that like if you were reading the belt. If you were fighting that kind of champion, that motherfucking belt was tough. You were like, I was like, yeah, oh, you knew you was fighting, like, because like with every fight, if the fighter wants to do it, some fighters, the motherfuckers like they don't in the beginning. Some guys get champion before making a lot of real money, and that costs money and shit to do. So they wait until later in their career, and then they send it out. And you see that sometimes they fight and it's not filled in, but it's not a necessity at the time. You rather pay a nutritionist and that young in your career if you happen to get a belt, but you really didn't get those kind of paydays. Then after you get those paydays, you send your belts in. That shit is, I can imagine they probably like $400, $500, $600 maybe just to like have everything filled in for you. And it's like, the night you did this or defended or beat this guy, and the belt starts to read your history, like the fucking Stanley Cup, like the hockey Stanley Cup. That's the most prestigious award and trophy in all of sports is the Stanley Cup. There's no trophy better than that except that soccer shit. I think unless they're saying that they kidnapped it or whatever, but
the FIFA.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that soccer. There's mad shit saying they stole the original one and this was a copy or whatever. I
Oh
don't know.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
anyway, but as far as American sports, there's no trophy more prestigious than the Stanley Cup.
What about the
Yeah.
Super Bowl, pa?
No, no, of course, no. No, I'm
Keep
not
in
saying
mind.
that. No, whoa, 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 whoa.
Keep.
Yeah, I think you're
Go ahead.
misunderstanding me. I think you're misunderstanding me. Maybe I didn't explain it right, right? I have a habit of doing that. I mean, more prestigious in the fact that the Stanley Cup is the same trophy every year. The Super Bowl, they go make another one. They tell Tiffany's go make a new Super Bowl
Oh,
trophy.
oh.
Yeah.
You're talking about like the Stanley Cup is literally passed down team by team
Yes.
every
That
year.
means that when
No
you
one
pick up
keeps it.
Yeah, that means when you pick up and then your name and your team and everybody on it, they engrave it on the side, and the Stanley Cup gets bigger by the decades. They attach it started off like this small, like this. And then every year they add a new plate and then like that. Now they picking that beast up like this. And when you pick that up, your greatest hockey players also lift that over their head. When you hold that trophy, Gretzky held it. The real people held it. That's not like when you win the basketball NBA. Michael Jordan didn't hold that trophy. That's a brand new trophy they made. Same thing in the NFL. Same thing in Major League Baseball. Like you're not picking up the trophy in baseball saying, "Oh shit, Roberto Clemente held it." Had they been like that, oh my god. Oh my God. You mean to tell me if I win the NBA, I'm going to hold the exact trophy Michael Jordan, Kobe, Shaq held? Are you crazy? Like, I know they held that. I got 24 hours with this trophy. I'm banging, you know what I'm saying? But yo, listen, we're doing all kinds of stuff with the trophy. Look, because that's crazy. When them hockey players take that trophy, bro, that trophy has a 24-hour security team with white gloves that has nothing to do with the players. And each player, I think, gets, I don't know, a day with it or something. And they got like a case. And they take the trophy in the hotel room or on the boat, and the people are hired to protect the trophy. If everything gets out of control, they take the trophy back, whatever. Because athletes can get out of control. But that trophy actually has like a detailed security team that goes with the trophy with every player.
Hmm.
Like that. Yeah, but that trophy's no joke, bro. Get the hell out of here, bro. If I knew
Yeah, I'm just seeing it right
Clemente
now.
held
I'm
that
just seeing it
trophy,
right
that
now. How
baseball
like it's
trophy.
in how it's engraved.
Yeah, if I knew Roberto Clemente, baseball players like Derek Jeter, fucking all kind, yo, this, like uh, uh, um,
Sammy Sosa.
no, 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 they're fuck, um, Mickey Mantle, guys like that, Babe Ruth, like them dudes were to have that same trophy, and they got passed down by year by year by year. That shit would be so prestigious, bro. Like you kidding me? Babe Ruth actually touched that? Like, bro, it would. I think athletes would just you'd feel it. That's like a world title when George Foreman said it best. When he won the world championship, it was like all the champions surged through his body. He knew he was the heavyweight champion of the world.
Mm.
He felt like that belt it completed him. As a child coming up, watching MJ like shape people, don't boom. And if I was ever 6'4", blessed with the skills, and I won that trophy, bro, give me a minute. Give me a minute. Kobe Bryant had that trophy in his hand. You fucking crazy? Yo, get everybody out of the room. Give me a second, bro. Let me just hug this motherfucker. Like, bro, that would be so sentimental to me because you'd have to bust out the violin. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like, me and the trophy.
I feel you on that one. Round one. Yeah, nah, you
bro.
speaking facts. Nah,
Nah,
yeah.
nah, it is, man. But I think they did a disservice by like wanting to like, no, let's make a new. Like I was like, man, listen, y'all should have thought about that one. Y'all should have thought about that one. Oh, they should take like the trophies from the owners, right? From like
Yeah.
the Mickey Mantle, right? Take the Mickey Mantle one, take the Babe Ruth one, take a lot of legends, right? And melt it down and make one trophy and start from there. You
Mm.
know if
I
you
feel
melt
you
down
on that one. I
if
feel
you
you on that one.
right, you know if you melt down those trophies, that's the original ones, and you put it into one. You forge a trophy. You gave it a name like the Vince Lombardi, like whatever name it was, either we keep it, whatever, but we
Mm.
forge the original ones, and there would have to be some people to sacrifice some shit here, and then we make it bam, and then fucking from there on, that trophy doesn't change. You guys get all replicas or models of the original one, but the original stays the same. That goes back in the vault. And just like every other sport, we give you all a copy of the fucking trophy. You guys all won. We give you a, you know what I mean? And then the owner gets the original one, right? The owner, and he puts it wherever he wants. Because as far as Robert Kraft's office, he got all the Super Bowl trophies in his office. So, and I never see Tom Brady with none of the Super Bowl trophies. You ever notice that when you like Tom Brady be at his house and they were showing his collection? Tom Brady was like, "Look, this sweater, this shirt, this that, blah blah blah. What happened in the fucking the shirt gate in the Atlanta game where the reporter dude stole his jersey. He got it back. He tells the story and all these footballs. But what you don't see are the 6 trophies. He shows all his rings, but I guess the owner keeps the trophy, right? It's Robert Kraft
Damn.
that keeps
That's
the
true,
trophy.
bro. That's true. Good thing you brought that up because
Yeah, he
you're right
keeps
about
the
that
trophy,
one.
right? So he keeps it.
Yeah.
So uh that's what I mean. They should like make one real one and then give the owners the replica of it all the time. And it's not like it's like a replica, it's the real deal of your trophy as an owner, right? But the original one must stay original so that you can pass down the history when the guys embrace the trophy or whatever and be like, boom, because that Stanley Cup shit, bro. When I see them dudes play and they be like, I feel that shit. I be like, man, listen. I be like, okay, you know what I mean? It's the same kind of like in the NBA, but it would be a lot cooler, right? Right? Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Like
They
to
don't
know
they
that.
don't get to like no ring, no necklace, no nothing to
What?
keep memorable.
What do you mean? No, of course. Every sport gets a ring. What are you talking about?
Okay, so like for example like the Stanley Cup like when
Yeah, they get rings.
oh they get rigged okay but
Yeah,
the trophy has to be returned to the NHL.
yeah. The
Mm.
trophy actually, what I'm trying to tell you is that trophy got out of control, bro. There's like a lot of history on the they've tried to like steal it, all kinds of stupid. Yo, if you watch a documentary on just the Stanley Cup trophy, yo, you'll know what I'm talking about. Um, that shit got a lot of history. It's got its own detail, like it goes back to like this. I forget what it is. You gotta look up the story. Trust me, and it goes back there. But trust me when I tell you, when it's got its own security detail, white glove shit, it does. It really does. Like they treat that trophy like legacy. It's fucking history. I think they're gonna eventually it's gonna get too big. They're gonna have to start over or something. I
Yeah,
don't
that's what I was
know.
thinking too.
I don't know what's gonna happen. It's gonna probably start where it began, like a small one, and they're gonna take that one and put it like in the fucking NHL Hall of Fame and encase it in glass or something. They'll start over and they'll make like the 2026 era and it'll go on from there again and like that on some shit. And then like the right thing to do would be to probably every year when the NHL, the last game, take it out of the glass and bring it to the game, and skaters can touch that one and raise the new one or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
Mm.
You know,
Yeah.
just to like, but I don't know. I don't know. I like shit like that because it does something for me knowing. But the WBC green belt itself, no matter what they were saying crazy about it, they're like, nah, fuck them sanctioning fees, blah blah blah. They were like round one. I said, what? They said, you don't care about it. Don't say that. I was like, They would say, what? Would you want to? Yes, I would. I was like, yes, yes, I would. I would love any belt, yes. But if I had to pick, it seems to be the belt that the reason why the 32 board members elect is because they're not stupid. They usually fuck with a dude that got a network, a big promoter, shit like that. So they're kind of bougie in their ranking and who they elect, and it pisses people off because Ryan Garcia can get a title shot after a loss. They won't blink an eye. They won't. And I get it. I get it because they're the kind of belt that they they only want the highest or the most popular fighting for it. And that's just the way it is. And I always try to tell you boxing is a business disguised as a sport. So that's the way they are. The rest of the belts, rightfully so, they do their thing. I think the IBF is one of the ones that fucking cater for the both boxers, but other than
Well,
that,
look, brother. Here's the top 10 in the WBC 147. Okay. Number one is Conor Benn, but before that, there was no Conor Benn. Conor Benn just stood there. Number two is Charlemagne Sisescojo, a Ghana fighter that's not signed to any top promoter, 17-0 with 9 knockouts, 50% knockout ratio. Number three is Manny Pacquiao, which
that's
had just
crazy,
fought
bro.
Mario Barrios. Number number four is Ryan Garcia. Number five is Raul Curiel that just got announced a fight with Alexis Rocha. Number six is Jack Catterall that was coming off a loss versus Arnold Barboza. Number seven is
Yeah, but Jack Catterall was coming off a pretty big win too.
but after the fight got announced, but remember he was coming off a loss at 140 versus Arnold Barboza. Remember that one? Don't try to forget that one, dog.
Bro, hold
Don't
up,
try to
hold
erase
up.
that one.
Jack Catterall's been going in with Jerome Boots Ennis, his coach. He's been looking
Exactly.
real good.
One fight, round one. Stop it. One
Well,
fight with
he looks
okay. And
like
I'm not saying he's not looking good. He's looking great. He got that Philly in him. But before that, he was coming off that loss versus Arnold Barboza. Give me another name in the top 10.
hold on, whoa, because he beat Josh Taylor. What are you talking about?
He beat John after
Yes,
that.
Jack
He
Catterall
fought for a
beat Josh
WBO
Taylor.
after Teofimo
I
beat him.
know what
Yes,
it
you're
was
correct.
for, but you said give me a big name. You didn't tell me what they was fighting for. Don't move the goalposts.
I'm not, but I'm telling
You
you
said
that
give me
Jack
a big
Catterall was.
name.
So Jack Catterall's a bigger name than Ryan Garcia? Both coming off
No,
losses?
no.
Okay.
Wrong
Okay.
situation because wait a minute.
Go.
Ryan Garcia has he gotten a win? Oh.
Hold on. Let me answer it. His
Because I
last
believe he
win
got
was.
his ass kicked by Rolly.
Okay. He did. I'm not saying
Oh.
he did it. He didn't get his ass kicked, but he
So
lost.
why does Ryan Garcia get the shot at Mario
One of the
Barrios?
major names in the top five
The major name that
WBC.
doesn't cut it, bro.
Well, give me
It's
another
called the
big
ranking
name.
system.
Give me another big name.
Well, if I keep giving you a big name, you're like every boxing fan. You're never satisfied.
Well,
You
give me
just go
another.
on to the next.
Give me one big name. Give me one big
For
name.
who? For who?
For 147 WBC, instead of Ryan Garcia getting a title shot, look in the top 10 of the ring. Give me another bigger name.
Then bigger name? I mean, what are you talking about? What popularity? Or are you talking bigger name
Pop.
in ranking?
better name and ranking than Ryan Garcia. You're saying that Ryan Garcia doesn't deserve a title shot. I'm telling you he does. He's the biggest name there.
Okay. This is gonna be a low blow. This is a low blow, right? But I'm gonna use them. I'm gonna use them to fucking combat your Conor Benn.
He just got ranked right now. He wasn't ranked before. He was at 160.
You said he's at 146. You said give me a name, and you like to play this popularity shit.
Give me a name before the Ryan Garcia rumor.
You see, every time I do something, you move it back again.
No, Conor Benn is not a bigger name than Ryan Garcia. No,
I'm not saying. Whoa. Neither of them fought for a world title, so you can't say shit. Now, neither of them did.
Conor Benn been fighting at 160.
The only thing you can actually fucking talk about are Ryan Garcia's losses.
He has 2 losses. Big deal.
All right. Check it out. He
lost to Tank Davis and to Rolly Romero. They're both 2-time world champions.
Okay.
Give me another big name, dog. You can't.
Okay, wait. No. Okay, hold on. Somebody that could have fought him as a bigger name at the 147, or that could have moved up. A unification with Rolly probably would have been big too. But I know he's not gonna fight Devin. Maybe he would have. Maybe a unification. But if you're talking as a number one, if you're talking just guys in the ranking, right? I would give Polanco or Brian Norman Jr. a shot at that Mario Barrio.
Mario Norman Jr. is the same thing. He just lost his belt.
Huh?
Why would you give him a shot, but not Ryan coming off a loss?
Okay.
Polanco has fought no one.
Hold up. You say give you a name. Hold up. Stop. You say give you a name, right? And check this out. At least Brian Norman Jr. was a former world champion. Your boy wasn't even a champion.
Okay, and you're correct about that, but how are you going to get a title shot from losing a Devin Haney fight? And plus, he already.
And how are you getting a title shot being Ryan Garcia losing to Rolly?
Because he's top 5 in the WBC.
Oh, stop it! Well, I'm Brian Norman Jr.'s top 5.
He's not top 5. He's top 8. Cut the shit. I have it in front of my screen.
What are you talking about? Brian Norman Jr. is number 4 for the WBO. Don't lie. Don't lie to the people.
We're talking about WBC. WBC.
I listen.
Dog?
Okay.
Go to WBC.
What about Raul?
Raul Curiel has a rematch with Alexis Rocha next week.
I know, but we would break that fight up and give him the fucking belt if he was fighting Mario Barrio. We're playing Fantasy Island here.
WBC won't sanction that. WBC won't sanction that.
Huh?
Sanction that. He has no experience. He has no buzz.
Whatever. But then fuck it, give it to Rohan Polanco. He's ranked number 12.
Polanco is not even rated in the top 10 of the WBC, brother.
He's number 12. He's still a guy.
Bro, we're not talking about top 15. I'm talking about top 10. No one said you're ranked top 15. Come on, dog.
Man, you're too much, bro. Because there's no guy that's a superstar that's going to oversee Ryan star status, and that's what the WBC. You're actually proving my point by the WBC being a third board member and electing the more popular of the fighter. It's not always the guy it's the next in line. It's who they deem is going to sell and move the needle. They're obviously going with Ryan Garcia over the top 15 people in this. And as you can see, Hugo's trying. Who would have been a bigger name for Ryan? But
Let me ask you a question.
And it goes to show you that the WBC thinks just like Hugo. He should go work for them. Hugo.
Why did the WBO?
Hugo, it's past 12 o'clock.
Oh my God.
New Year's, everybody.
Happy New Year. For us in the West Coast.
Hugo, you fucked up my New Year. Oh my God, you fucked up my New Year's. We were supposed to bring in the New Year's, Hugo. And I had this thing all here and everything.
9,
Woohoo!
Happy New Year's.
All right, back to this
You
boxing.
don't
Back
fuck
to
up
this
my New
boxing.
Year's.
I
I'm
have
fucked
a
up by
question
my
for you.
New Year's by 3
Why did
minutes.
the
Nah,
why
Hugo. Oh
why
my
did the
God.
WBO sanction Devin Haney? Brian Norman Jr. if Devin Haney had never fought at 147, why didn't they give it to Liam Parro that fought at 147, or why didn't they give it to Rohan Polanco that was a contender? Why did they sanction for Devin
Parro,
Haney?
hold up. Liam Parro was coming off the loss with Richard Hitchison, where he just lost his belt.
Why didn't they give it to Rohan Polanco?
You know what I'm saying?
Why didn't
And
they
then
give it to
Liam
Rohan
Parro,
Polanco?
Rohan
He fight at
Polanco,
147 top 5?
nah, Rohan Polanco's actually not really like ready yet for that.
Okay,
You
okay.
know, Rohan Polanco needs a couple fights in between, because where Rohan Polanco's career is very crucial for a fighter, actually, where Rohan is actually at. It's that space where like fighters like Edgar Berlanga skipped over. It was the where you split and you prove yourself with all the top guys. He has to go through that rather than jump the line. It's better for the fighter in the long run, because what good is it for you to go up there, skip the line, get a fight, and your fighter wins that fight but doesn't know how to be a champion? He's not going to hold the belt for long. He's probably going to lose it in his next defense. You know, Jose Valenzuela, the way he lost it, like, it's like there's a part in boxing you're not supposed to skip, rather than jumping from one division because you lost and going to a next and then being thrown in a title fight with Isaac Pitbull Cruz. There was a point in your career you needed to go through. So
Wait, did I
it's
hear
tough.
you say something about Jose Valenzuela?
Yeah.
What did you say about Rayo, dog?
Okay, what do you want to talk about? You want to break this down? You want to
Break
go
it
there?
down, bro. Let's go look at his resume. For me, he was ready for that title shot. I don't know why you're saying he wasn't ready for that title
No,
shot.
no. See, you took what I said wrong. Once again, Hugo. What I'm saying is okay. Let's put up Jose Rayo Valenzuela. Let's put him up on the board, right? Why don't we do
Yes.
that? All right. So hold on here. All right. Okay, I was checking out something. Some news came up, but I already know that. That's my condolences go out to the people in that Joshua accident. You know. So we were looking at Jose Valenzuela, right? That's right. Okay, so Jose Rayo, he's 14-9-3.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
you're gonna tell me that he didn't go through that pinnacle? What I'm talking about? He's already been champion with 14 fights. This is
Yes, sir.
exactly what I'm saying. With 14 fights, he shouldn't even had fought in for a world title yet. With what I'm saying, the way I'm talking, there's a point in a boxer's career you weren't supposed. Damn it, take over. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on a second. Give me 1 second, guys.
Well, for me, in my opinion, Jose Valenzuela had just faced Chris Colbert, and if I'm not mistaken, Chris Colbert is the next world champion. I could be mistaken there, so like let me double check on that. He was coming off a knockout highlight of the year.
Okay. Stop. See, you're doing it. You're doing what I knew you were gonna do. You're doing situational shit. I didn't want to talk about situations in his career. I didn't want to highlight any fights. I didn't do that. I don't want. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that. Just like Edgar Berlanga came out 16 knockouts, and then he got a jump from those fights to fucking Saul Canelo Alvarez. He skipped a part in his career. There was a part in his career he had to go through to fight through, and that's the learning part to see who gets out of that. When the smoke clears, he was the clear one next in line for a championship belt. That's the same thing I would like the Dominican fighter to do, Rohan Polanco. Not to kind of like, you know, know when your opportunity come. His opportunities are gonna come. Rohan, he's gonna be a world champion. He shouldn't have a rush. He's like either one or two fights from making that decision. Sometimes an opportunity will fall in your lap and you take the opportunity. But as far as going through your career, I don't think Rohan Polanco should jump from the position he's in to a world title fight. No, no, not yet.
Who do
Same,
you think
know,
Rohan Polanco versus someone like Delonte Tiger Johnson? You think he
that's
needs
a
a
tough
fight like
fight.
that?
Yes, he did. They do. That's a tough fight.
Okay,
Now,
okay.
what I thought with the Tiger Johnson, right, and his last fight, that knockout was crazy, right? Um, I thought that fight was gonna be like a Rohan Polanco, Tiger Johnson. I think the Rohan and Tiger Johnson fight would look the Nicholas Flaws. It would look way different.
Mm,
It would look way different. I mean, Tiger Johnson literally knocked out Nicholas Fly like he didn't belong in there with him. He
yeah.
literally knocked him out like he was lost.
Mm,
Like he was levels above him. He made it look bad and easy at the same time. Tiger Johnson. I like Tiger Johnson. I met him out there in Las Vegas. He's tall. He's tall. Tiger Johnson's like 5'10", something like that. He's tall. So
mm.
uh uh yeah, my son is 6 feet tall, and I think he was a little bit smaller than my son. So, yeah, he's about that height, about 5'10", 5'11", somewhere around there. But he moved up to this weight, and he looks very strong for this division, this new division he's in. And I like Tiger Johnson for the division, but just like I like Tiger Johnson, I want Tiger Johnson to do the same thing that Rohan Polanco is doing. And in fact, that's a tough fight. I used to think that one of them was gonna fight Ellis in the division. One of these guys was gonna fight Ellis, but and then I heard that he turned down the fight. And then, like those guys in between, right in there in the meat of everything, those guys all gotta fight. And I think it's good for them in their career. Yeah, because Xander did that. Xander went through the gauntlet. Xander went through his
Oh,
respect, yeah, for the WBO. I'm not saying for every belt and every fucking ranking, but you got to admit for the WBO, he went right up the line. Bing, 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 bing.
let me see here before we start throwing foul allegations out there.
Foul allegations. You hate the WBO champions. What's going on with you? Wow.
Nah, nothing like that, Papi. I'm
Yeah,
just
you
saying though,
do. And
like
he goes, nah. You hear that little smirk? That's like a sinister smirk for him. You guys know that, right? Bam beaten in
okay,
a way round
the
one. Stop it.
the
You know that's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen this
WBO,
year, next year, never year.
NABO.
And the Neverland. Bam Bam's too small for Inouye. I think he's too small for him.
Man, we'll bring
Inouye,
his ass down to
Inouye's a
120 catch weight.
monster. He'll
Man,
wipe
we'll
down
bring
that
his ass
little
down to
Mexican dude,
120
bro.
catch weight. Put him
Listen,
on a rehydration clause. Make his ass fight in Texas.
he'll fight Bam Bam Rodriguez in front of his mama, outside of it, in his front yard, right there with all his homies watching. He'll beat the
No,
shit
he
out of him.
won't. No,
Yes,
he
he
won't.
will. Yes,
No,
he
he won't.
would.
Because
Yeah, I
no, he
swear to
won't.
God,
Because
he
we'll put
would.
him on Vada. We'll put him on Vada 365.
And what are you talking about? You act like you're
Urine and
saying
blood work.
something. Why are you making false accusations? Like that's something. He's been on Vada the whole time, Neil. Yeah, anyway. They take a tube of his blood and his urine after every title fight. What are you talking about? You're acting like you're saying something. Stop trying to pull out false things like, oh, we'll put him on Vada. He wouldn't want that. What are you talking about? He's passed every drug test in boxing, so don't disrespect the champ ever again, Mexico. Hi, 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 man. You're as shiesty as they come. You take shots at our Puerto Rican belt, Japanese fighter. You're a true Mexican, and I like you. Respect your loyalty runs deep. I see it, but not as deep as that ass whooping there. Yeah, anyways, gonna give it to Bam Bam Rodriguez.
Man, he
You'll
will
probably
give
end
Bam
that dude's
Rodriguez first. As a
career.
matter of fact, we're gonna undispute the contract's already sent.
Stop it.
No,
Stop it.
bro, I
What are
promise
you
you. I
talking
promise
about?
you.
Look what's going on in the news right now. Look. What I tell you. Naoya Inoue's outside of Bam Bam Rodriguez's house right now. Look,
Bro, he wouldn't step a foot
the
in
helicopter
Texas.
is showing Bam Bam Rodriguez running out the back for dear life. He
Bro,
just
his
got
ass
into the
would
witness
not step
protection
a foot
program
in
car.
Texas.
They drove
Bring
him
his ass
off.
to Texas.
Yo,
Man, bring his ass to
they
Texas.
got him out of there. Thank God. There was a monster at his doorway. Damn.
Ain't no fucking monster.
Yo, Bam Rodriguez went running out the back, man. Down the street. Like,
oh,
Bam,
stop it, bro.
Yo, he left his wife and kids back there,
Plan
bro.
for next year for Bam Rodriguez
Damn.
and clip this. He's gonna undispute with Baldo Garcia in the first quarter. After that, he's moving up to 118, and he's gonna beat the shit out of Naoya Inoue's brother, which is gonna be Takuma Inoue. We're gonna whoop that ass, and we're gonna make his ass meet us at 120.
Stop it. Look. Another guy. I'm lying for the smear campaign against Naoya the Monster Inoue with the smear campaign, right? They say at one hand, they say Naoya Inoue got cheated with he's cheating with hand wraps, right? But hold up. Isn't what they considered him cheating, right? Right? They say, no, you can't hand wrap like that. Didn't he rewrap his hands the way they wanted him to? So they signed off on his hand wrap. So in actuality, the way he whooped Alan Picasso's ass was with the hand wraps and the style they wanted. So how is it that he was cheating if he won all 12 rounds?
No knockdown, though. That's what people are going to say. Okay. No knockdown.
No knockdown? Well, in his last fight, he didn't knock down the guy in his last fight, MJ. No knockdown in that fight neither. What are you guys saying? You guys are acting like they're saying something. In his last fight, he didn't knock that guy out either. So, and now he doesn't knock out this guy. Why won't you say that instead, Alan David Picasso fought a great fight against a real skilled fighter? Rather than giving Alan David Picasso his flowers, you got to discredit Naoya Inoue. So you're saying he didn't knock out Alan David Picasso because Alan David Picasso what? Sucks? So now you're saying that the Mexican guy sucks. Rather than saying that the number one...
We're not saying he sucks, Ramon. We're just saying that he was not proven.
Listen, yes, he is proven. He was the number one mandatory. You can't tell me otherwise. The only way you become a number one mandatory before becoming a champion, you got to make your way up the ranking. Become the number one and then fight the champion. So becoming the number one nowadays, according to Hugo in the Mexican way, means nothing. We shouldn't honor it for his Mexican fighters. It's crazy. Hugo's literally up here shooting himself in the foot because I'm arguing over a Mexican fighter. But it's great. It's awesome. Either way, he was the number one. And when we asked these fighters to honor their mandatory, Naoya Inoue did as such. He didn't say, hey, Dave Alan Picasso, how many tickets do you sell? Did he say that? No, he honored it. And like a champion, he beat him. But rather than saying that Alan David Picasso didn't get knocked out by Naoya Inoue, wait 1 second. Out of all Alan David Picasso's fight, who else knocked him out? Nobody.
Whoa. Naoya Inoue was supposed to be that guy because he was undisputed. And he's one of the biggest boxers, punchers.
Supposed to. And your expectation, because he didn't do what you expected him to do, now he's a loser. He's a cheater. I don't know what
not all that, but there is raising suspicions, though. That's what people are saying, and I'm just talking for the people.
Okay. You're not actually you're not actually talking for the people. You're talking for the machine. You got to understand that there are people out there that do not like Naoya Inoue because they're American. And they're going to destroy all Japanese records. If you can't beat him in the ring, destroy his legacy. Make people doubt what he's doing in the ring. That's a smear campaign. It happens all the time in boxing. I'm not blind. I'm not blind to the fact that they did the same thing to him on the Stephen Kubo Fulton fight. Went in there and said, "You can't hand wrap your raps like this. Do it like this." And he went and knocked out Stephen Kubo Fulton. I'm not blind to the fact
That was a good ass win.
that this
That
is
was a
not a
badass
this
win.
is not the
That was a
first,
badass win
the
right there.
second,
That was a
the
good ass
third,
one.
the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh, the eighth time they have asked Naoya Inoue to rewrap his raps. You guys act like this is brand new. You guys act like in the amateurs and tournaments they didn't make him rewrap his hands. That there's hundreds of stories out there about this kid.
Why
How
is it
many?
always an issue with him though? With the
Because
hand wraps, like I've
because
never heard no one else with a
he
hand
hit
wrap issue.
he hit so hard. Why is it Saul Canelo
Tank is not
Alvarez?
having to rewrap his hands. Tank ain't.
Okay, why is it Tank? Saul Canelo Alvarez on video, and the people are coming in telling Saul can't put tape on skin, and they're making him unwrap his hand wraps, and they did that on a live. And Saul was sitting there, and they forced him to rewrap his hands, just like Naoya Inoue. But all of a sudden, Saul's cool. Don't
Bro,
you see?
because
Don't
okay,
you see?
you're
Hold
right.
up.
It probably happened one fight, but now
You
anyway,
see,
bro, this is
you're
a
just full of
constant issue.
excuses, Hugo. You're just full of excuses. When I point out fighters, you brush them underneath and you keep going with anyway. You're part of the machine that spews this fucking false narrative about a real one. Naoya Inoue never had anything with hand wraps. He never will, and all he's ever done is try to protect the other fighter. He tries to wear winning boxing gloves. For God's sakes, if you punch a guy with winning boxing gloves, it's almost hitting him like a pillow. And he's still knocking these dudes out with that because how hard he hits. He doesn't want to break his hands. Yo, he hits so hard, he puts that on like right here so that it doesn't snap back. Right? Because he legitimately hits hard. And just for when we're talking about what the situation with Naoya Inoue and the taping in the back, like Coach Bermudez came on my show and explained, you make it on this part of your wrist. It's not like you make a cast like iron thing on your knuckles and you're going out there and you're hitting a guy and it's illegal. You're making like a brass knuckle substance. No, you don't want nothing on your knuckles because you're punching somebody. It's going to slap back like rings. You're going to break your hand. You got to have all soft cushion on your knuckles. But where they put it at is on the wrist so that the wrist doesn't snap back. You understand? So Naoya Inoue, regardless, when they're saying loaded hand wraps, just remember what loaded hand wraps actually are. It's for the wrist. You're actually punching is hard. It's not going to give you, it's just going to give you the confidence to throw your hand hard without breaking it. So you're going to really swing it. But if you can punch hard, you can punch hard. If you can't, you can't. I don't think it's going to make, Nonito Donaire fought Naoya Inoue and broke his orbital bone with winning boxing gloves on. So if you can crack, you can crack. I don't think it really, it'll give you that little bit of more security of not breaking your hand. But other than that, you're not going to put anything cast light on. Man, you'd be a fool. You're going to throw about 15, 20 punches and break your hand. That shit's going to snap back against your hand. Nah, it's not worth it. You'll probably knock them out, but right then and there, they're going to check your glove like a cork bat. You ever see a baseball player hit a home run and the ump hears that? Oop! Wait a minute. Let me see that bat. They cut the bat. It'll be a cork bat. Same shit they're going to do to you in the ring. You're not walking out with no fucking home run knockout like that, especially if you weren't a big puncher and all of a sudden you come out of nowhere and knock the guy out. They taking your gloves right there and them wraps because the other corner got to do it. Hey, official, grab those. That's it. Yo, it was crazy, right? When Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua fight, go back and watch Anthony Joshua. No one ever said anything about this. They want to talk about Naoya Inoue, but how about this? Anthony Joshua got out of that ring and walked all the way into the hallway where Alicia Baumgart is standing in the hallway, and he's congratulating her about her performance. He hugs her and takes pictures with her in the hallway. He made it out of the ring with both gloves on, both wraps. The boxing commission is supposed immediately after the match, you're supposed to take off both gloves and turn them into the official. Then you're supposed to cut both your hand wraps, take them off, and give them to the boxing athletic committee of whoever hosts of that city. AJ legitimately walked out of the ring, out into the crowd. Mad women were fucking all in awe of him. Oh! He took mad pictures, walked straight down the hallway, down the fucking corridor, saw Alicia Baumgart, went from there. I think he went upstairs, had a couple more photo shoots with the gloves on. There's video of him with the gloves on, holding Alicia Baumgart, both gloves. He never took off his gloves. And he broke that man's jaw. But nobody said nothing about that.
Bro, we've seen AJ knock out people before, dude. So I mean,
I seen Naoya Inoue knock out people before.
But he didn't this time with a guy that never...
Okay. But AJ didn't knock out Usyk.
Bro, you're comparing Usyk to Picasso?
Nah. If you're gonna use foul play stories for one guy, all right, listen, I know the rules in a boxing match. You got to, that's why your corner after the fight, you see both your guys start unlacing your gloves. They're taking them off. Then you see the guy pull off your glove, you pull off your glove. They take the gloves and they give it to the guy that's standing there with the badge on. He's the guy, right? So yeah. So like, and then they start cutting off the wraps. And you take the wraps off, and the wraps have a signature on it. It's from the official of the referee that was back there. It's probably by the Boxing Association guy. And that signature got a match. They take the wraps off and they inspect them. AJ did not take his gloves off in the ring. AJ didn't take his wraps off in the ring. And he just brutally knocked out a man and crushed his face.
And
then
and the other part where it's kind of upsetting with you is that you try to compare Naoya Inoue, the monster, versus David Benavidez, the monster. Which is nasty work.
But check this out.
Which is then you go comparing Alan Picasso versus a David Morrell, a 2-division WBA champion. You try to say that they're the same, and that's not true.
You're crazy. But anyway, I hope you get better, Hugo. But anyway, listen. What I'm saying is to you is that the situations are not the same. They're not the same. The ones everything that you're bringing up compared to what everything I just said is not the same, Hugo. You can't even use it in the same category, man. Like and then on top of that, you went and brought up David Morrell, like David Morrell actually ever did anything. David Morrell never had a world title going into the fight with David the Monster Benavidez, and you need to stop saying that. Because
they were fighting for a WBC interim title. What are you talking about?
Okay, a WBC interim title is not a world title.
But it's already you're already there, brother.
No, you're not already there. Okay.
So then the WBA regular is not a world title.
Stop, Hugo, stop. Here, let me see if I can make it real simple for you. If you have a piece of something, if you have a piece of pizza, do you have the entire pizza?
The entire pizza, but you have a slice.
Stop. Yes or no? Do you have the entire pizza?
No, sir.
No. Okay. Until you have the entire pizza, can you say you have a large pizza. If you have a piece of a world title, you are not viewed by the organization that makes the very belt themselves. They don't view you as a world champion, so I don't. So
So
unless
let
you
me
have
ask you a question
full
then.
status of a world championship, then you're not considered a world champion at all.
Did Alan Picasso have any type of belt? Did Alan Picasso have any type of belt? Yes or no?
Alan David Picasso didn't need a belt.
But did he have a belt? Any interim, regional, or any belt? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Okay, yes, he did. He had a silver.
Let me see here, dog. I'm gonna fact check that, bro. I'm right here in front of the computer. Let me fact check that shit.
Okay, but that doesn't really matter. That silver doesn't matter. Alan David Picasso had something more important that David Morrell had. See, the David Morrell fight was a fight that we wanted as the fans. And David the Monster Benavidez took the fight. That's a difference. But in Alan David Picasso's situation, as far as boxing, he was more worthy. The reason
How
why
is he more worthy than a David Morrell?
okay, let me talk. The reason why obviously clear landslide he was more worthy than David Morrell, he was the mandatory to the WBC title, the number one. David Morrell wasn't no mandatory to. He was
Brother,
moving
he
up.
was the number one mandatory to the WBA.
No, he moved up to fight David the Monster Benavidez.
He had
Remember that?
already one fight at 175 with his
Oh
hot
yeah, that's
rod in
right.
LA.
Okay, yeah, he did.
And that
And you're
was for
right.
a WBA.
Okay, check this out. Okay, but wait a minute. See, here's the problem. The WBA for what? Like you're David the Monster Benavidez wasn't the WBA champion.
He was the
He
number
had the
one mandatory
WBC
for that
interim.
belt.
He had the WBC interim. How can you be a mandatory to David the Monster Benavidez's WBC interim if you were the WBA interim? When you're a WBA interim and he's a WBA interim, you're taking off the ranking system. You can't be a mandatory to another belt. So what you're saying doesn't make sense.
Mm. Mm.
Look, look, I'm telling you, Alan David Picasso was more qualified because he was a mandatory. If you did not honor that, you could have stripped the champion and upgrade him to a real belt. You mean to tell me that he could be upgraded to a real belt and you're arguing interim belts? So the interim belt holders are more qualified than a guy that's fighting for 4 belts? He didn't fight only for 1 belt. He fought for 4 and the ring. So how in God's world does all of a sudden David Morrell become more qualified than Alan David Picasso? How?
I
You
would
know
say
why?
my debate
No,
with
no,
to
no.
that
I'll
would be
tell
because
you
of his
why you
resume.
thought that. Wait, excuse me. I'll tell you why you thought that. I'm sorry, Hugo, but you're a copy and print brother. You went on these other channels and you saw that and they told you that and you heard it somewhere else and you said that sounds right about right. And then you came back and they fed you that Alan David Picasso was a prospect and they fed you that he wasn't worthy. And he fed you and then you went along with it like Alan David Picasso wasn't in the point of his career where he was in the show me state. This was his opportunity. This was his moment. And guess what Alan David Picasso did in his first opportunity? He didn't fight for a world title. You guys are over here fighting for interims. He fought for 4 belts. Meaning the what was at stake was way higher. And then you're calling him a prospect for coming up against an undisputed champion? The disrespect is real. And they got you arguing about 2 guys that got 2 interim belts that together, if they rubbed it against their chest, wouldn't make a real world title. Why this guy's fighting for 4 belts? Go figure.
Well,
That's
one of
how.
them's already a world champion.
Yeah,
Two
now, now,
divisions going
now,
for his
now,
third
now,
third
yeah.
division.
Don't push the goalposts anymore. You already got the shovel up to here, the dirt's up to here, but you want to still keep going, Hugo. Fine with me. But listen, I'm telling you right now, that's the problem with some of these things in a smear campaign, that they're actually not allowing you to see what took place in that fight with Naoya Inoue and Alan David Picasso. What actually
Mm.
took place there was a boxing match, a real high skilled boxing match. And the boxing worlds and the coaches are starting to figure out how to put a game plan to beat Naoya Inoue. With each fight, they're getting closer and closer. They dropped them in one fight, the Mexicans. They dropped them in another fight. They survived them in another fight. And they're just taking information down. Every fighter is putting them through this much more, and they're just doing a lot of film study on them. And you're gonna see that the fighters are gonna get a lot tougher for Naoya anyway. And probably when he goes to 126, he might have to go the distance and beat these
Mm.
guys. He might not be able to knock these guys out at 126. But even if you take away Naoya Inoue's power, what they don't want you to see, what they want you to be blind to, is what really occurred. If you take away Naoya Inoue's power and you're able to nullify it and survive it, then what you're left with is a superior boxer in front of you. That's what Alan David Picasso was faced with. He had already survived his power, and he had already been real good with his defense. He wasn't giving him clean shots, so he nullified that part, but he couldn't outbox him. Now the next
Mm.
step to the next person that fights him, that's his assignment. Don't take a lot of his shots, nullify that. Now you got to try to put a guy that can put some offense in between, see if we can push him back or see if we can beat him. But at 126, perhaps he might not knock out these guys at 126. But what you might see is what happened to like great fighters like Floyd, Sugar Ray Leonard, Manny Pacquiao. When they went up to the bigger weight divisions, they started going the distance, but they were still winning the fight. You know what I'm saying? So it's like at some point, I don't think that Naoya Inoue is a superhuman. At some point, he's going to get up there with these big guys, right? They're going to be able to take his power. I don't think he can knock out everybody at 126. I don't know, man. Like, is he really Superman? Like, I don't know, but I think that when he goes to 126, he'll beat these guys, but it might not be by knockout. He's gonna have to go the distance with these guys. Yeah, shit like
Who do you
that.
think? Who do you think of the current four world champions would
I
give
don't
him
know
the?
anymore. I don't know anymore who's gonna be there. Espinoza's rumored almost every fight to moving up. I don't know how much longer he makes this weight. I don't know. The only fighter,
Nick
and
Ball
then
probably be there.
and then,
How do you
and then
have
there
a?
might be new champions as well. Because by time Naoya Inoue get there, maybe Bruce Carrington or that other guy that fought Stephen Kubo Fulton there, that dropped Stephen Kubo. What's his name there?
Castro,
Uh,
Carlos Castro.
Carlos Castro, right? Because I'm not ruling him out of that fight with Bruce Carrington. He got an opportunity. I think he got the skills to beat Bruce Carrington on the low. If quiet is kept. So, and then one of them might be the new WBC champion. So I don't know who's going to be in the WBC spot. If Espinoza moves up, I don't know who's going to be in his spot. The only one I really think that might still be there, Leo got a title fight coming up, right?
That
So
one got
and then,
postponed. I heard that one got
oh, he did
postponed.
it. Yeah, I was just gonna.
Yeah,
And
that
then
one
what's
was
Nick
supposed to
Ball
be in
doing
Pro
right
Box.
now? And then what's Nick Ball doing? Like waiting to see what's going on with Nick
No,
Ball.
Nick Ball got a fight scheduled for early February, late January versus number one title contender WBA Justin Brandon Figueroa, the Heartbreaker.
Oh yeah, the Heartbreak Kid.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right. That's
yeah,
right. That's
yes,
right.
sir.
That is
He
right.
got that fight. He
Yes,
got that
sir. Yes, sir.
fight scheduled,
So,
sir.
so, 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 looking at the landscape, if this fight goes on with Naoya Inoue and Junto, right? that would have to be one more fight. I'm not sure if Espinoza would be there, who would be the champion for the WBC, who would, if Nick Ball survives that matchup, who would be the champion. So it's really not, me going over it anymore. If you would ask me this 2 fights ago and the steady of the champions was strong, now I think there's going to be a lot of movement in recent fights and it's going to happen really shortly. But Naoya Inoue, I think it's going to take the Junto fight. So you would have to count that, and then in preparation for the next fight, God only knows who's going to be there at
So
126.
you have so then you have him and Junto locking horns. I thought that that could have been a possibility for maybe down the line in their career
Nah,
because
nah,
they're two of the strongest heavy hitters in Japan.
nah,
You got to
nah.
keep it.
They're it's all over the news in Japan and shit. I've been following it closely. There were a couple of rumor stories about there were hiccups in the negotiation, but it seems like all steams ahead. They I think it was actually Mike Coppinger that did an interview with Junto and Naoya Inoue, and he had a sit down with both of them, and he asked them about their future upcoming fight, and they both said that it was the next fight after their fight in the Samurai card. So, and they already announced the place. They said that it was going to be in the Tokyo Arena.
In the
So
Tokyo Dome.
in the Tokyo Dome. I'm sorry. And they what all that's telling me is that's probably going to be his next fight for Naoya Inoue. He's going to take that fight in Japan because I think he's going to take that fight because of more on the lines to proving to Japan and everybody around him that he's the best fighter in the world in for Japan coming out of Japan. He doesn't like sharing the spotlight in Japan, and if there's a small group of people saying Naoya Inoue is not the best fighter that Junto is, he doesn't like that. And he's about to go out there and show Japan why he's the best fighter. I actually think he's going to beat Junto convincingly. I think Junto will have a little bit, some moments. He might even win 1 or 2 rounds against Naoya Inoue. He might. But I think Junto is outmatched. I think that there's really levels to boxing. I don't consider Junto Nakatani an elite fighter. No, I don't. I
White
don't.
round one. Stop it. He's
Yeah,
in the
no,
top 10 Ring Magazine, pound for pound, round one. And you're
yeah,
not gonna consider him. Come on, brother. Let's show love to him too. I know
no,
you're a huge Naoya Inoue fan,
no.
but you gotta
I
show
don't.
some love to
There's
Junto.
only there's only about well, there was about four elite boxers in all of boxing into current today for me. You don't get that
Mm.
elite status off of me just because of some chicken scratch. Nah. Um and you gotta be doing some really if not, you're just a great fighter. You're just a great. That's it. And everybody else is great, but Naoya Inoue is elite. He's in a different category. Junto's not there. He's not in there. He's not. I'm not sure if he'll get there, but maybe one day he could. But no, he's not
So
there.
why is he number 6 on the pound for pound?
Yeah, that's their imaginary pound for pound list. That's just a network putting out what their opinion on how they grade a fighter. I got my own opinion and my own grade.
Can I get your top 10 pound for pound? Or
No,
top 5 at least?
nope,
Top
not
5.
right
Come on,
now.
let's do it.
No,
Let's do
no,
top
no.
5
I don't want to do mine right now because I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I
for
haven't
one pound for
gone
pound.
through. Nope, I haven't
For one
gone through
pound for
my
pound.
thing for the beginning of the year. I got things to do for tomorrow morning to talk about in the new year. My new list. I'm not giving it to you now. No,
Mm.
no.
Mm.
You're gonna have to tune in tomorrow morning to get that. No. So I'll talk to you about it then. But
Mm.
there's been disturbance in the force. There are people's names that have moved around. Yes. All right. There are new people in charge. There are old people. being moved around and up and taken off the list. Saul Canelo Alvarez. anyway, but anyway, but anyway,
It's okay, brother.
but
It's okay.
anyway,
You know,
but anyway.
nothing lasts forever. Nothing lasts
Yeah,
forever.
no,
But
no,
you
of
know who
course
we
not.
do have? You know who we do have? David the
What?
Monster Benavidez.
No, 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 no. You don't have.
Avoided fighter at
You don't have
168, the
that.
most avoided fighter at
You do not
175.
have that. You do not have that. Under his banner, he has an American flag for one, and for two, when Saul Canelo Alvarez said to the world at that time, I don't fight Mexican fighters. And David the Monster Benavidez came out himself and said, well, then I'm not no longer Mexican. I'm half Mexican. So I'll just get rid of that and just fight me under this flag right here. And you won't have to worry about fighting a Mexican. So he officially took himself off the Mexican himself, David the Monster Benavidez, just to fight. So you guys lost him a long time ago. And then America officially took over. And then now his flag's just an American flag. So you can't claim him, homeboy.
So I guess Puerto Rico can't claim Xander Zayas because under his banner there's an American flag, right?
Hold up. Xander Zaya was born in Puerto Rico,
Mm-hmm.
right?
I thought
Let's
he
see
was born
where.
in Florida.
Hold on. Let me see. Where was he born? Hold on. We're going there right now.
So why did you guys claim Miguel Cotto if he was born in New York? You see
Oh
how the
no.
bias
He
is?
was born in San Juan, Puerto Rico. He's a resident of Florida. So he was born in Puerto Rico. We have the right to claim him. So shut the hell up, all right? Don't be coming over here with your American Mexicans trying to, ellos tan chapeado, trying to claim them, all right? Yo. Hey yo, you want to know something? I'm even gonna go further. I'm even gonna go further. And don't you dare claim Bam Bam Rodriguez or Virgil Ortiz. All right? Don't you dare
Stop
claim
it, round
him.
one. Stop it, round one, because these are like
Low blow.
Mexican Americans. Don't you guys ever claim Najee Lopez? Don't you guys ever claim Miguel Cotto? Don't you guys claim Felix Trinidad?
That's okay. We got our champions. Listen, Hugo, you want me to put you on a timeout? Want me to put you on a timeout? Because I'll put you on.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50.
The other thing that I can't stand, bro.
No, that's gonna be you. All right, I'm putting you on a JetBlue holiday. All right.
The other thing I can't stand is that your boy Frontline said that Charlie Suarez and Vaquero Navarrete landed a clean shot. That was not a clean shot, and you know that. Too.
Oh, you're just making things up. Look at you, Hugo. That's for you. That's for you, Hugo.
Bro, that was a headbutt.
Hugo, this is for you.
Yeah, blah, blah.
That's for you, Hugo.
Yeah, blah, blah.
You be bringing up these situations, bro, and you be getting cooked, Hugo, right? You know what I mean? And I'm telling you right now, man, like your top Mexican fighters right now. Who do you got now?
Bro, we got Virgil, Bam Bam, Diego Pacheco, Armando.
Stop it! Don't do that. You don't got none of them guys. You don't got none of them guys. All right, according to you.
Why not? What do you mean?
Nah, you're the one that came at me with this shit about we can't claim this guy or that guy. You did this to yourself. I didn't do this. You did.
No, brother, you got to remember, dog, that I'm talking about Mexico and Mexican Americans, brother. You feel me? We come out with both flags, brother.
So what you want me to call you? What you want me to talk to you about? Puerto Rican and Puerto Rican American? I mean, they both have the same flags. What do you want me to do?
Talk about the bro. So Edgar, so then why do you guys have the audacity to claim New Yorkers? Like you guys claim Puerto Rican.
Hold up, ain't Puerto Rico part of America? They rock the American flag. Yo, in Puerto Rico, hold up. In Puerto Rico, do they have Puerto Rico dollars or do they have American dollars?
What language do they talk over there? Spanish or English?
Both.
But the majority is what?
We didn't not talking about the majority. We're talking about what they talked, and I told you both.
Well, then I guess I could say that you guys just gave in. You guys didn't fight back, and your culture
Oh,
didn't
we
extinguish.
didn't fight back. We gave in. Oh, now you're trying to no, or we made a fucking hell of a deal, and now we're fucking now we're flying over here on.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4.
Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo! I think here they come. Get them dudes right there. Anyway, I'm coming. Yo,
You
don't
flying
fuck
over
with
in
me.
a jet, flying over in a jet blue, 50% off, or in a Spirit.
I flew here on a JetBlue holiday, 50% off. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Mm,
Yo,
mm,
my dude, listen, but nah, like, I think that the champions, you know, they have the right to. I always felt like Oscar De La Hoya was a Mexican fighter. You know, I never felt any different. And then you go to Puerto Rico and shit, and you go to certain areas. There are certain areas that they make you feel a part of it, and there's certain areas they'll call you out on it. You know what I mean? But it's like that everywhere in the world, just like that everywhere. For every nationality, every race, you have a descendant of that the original won't accept. Same conversation we had with, you know, the other night. Spain doesn't accept us, Puerto Ricans. They don't accept us because we're like a mutt to their language type shit.
mm.
That's what, you know what I mean? So as far as Latin, Spaniard holds their nose up high, and they're the original Latin. And then where it had supposed to be like that type shit. It's kind of like the Africans don't accept the New York black dude, the brothers. They
Man,
don't.
like an African American.
Yeah, an African American will go out to Africa and be like, my homeland, my mother. They like, no, it ain't. Get the hell out of here. Like the same thing if
Mm.
we did in Puerto Ricans went to Spain. We were like, our motherland, Spain. Get the hell out of
Man,
here.
man, even you stop it, bro. Don't go so far, because even you guys that are born in New York and Jersey and Massachusetts, you guys go to Puerto Rico, they don't accept you guys, dog. They don't like you guys. You guys
No
ain't
shit.
born in La Isla.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Mm,
That's exactly what I'm saying.
mm.
You know
Yeah,
what I
man, it
mean?
be like that.
It's gonna be like that everywhere. So that doesn't really matter, bro. As far as competition, who am I to tell a young American Mexican kid not to feel pride about Mexico? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? Listen, if Virgil Ortiz didn't say a single word, could you tell that he could speak English like that? Hell no.
if
That motherfucker looks like a cold-blooded Mexican, like, assassin. Like one of them dudes that come out in the ring with the gloves on. Like, he looked like a tough Mexican. And then he speaks, and you're like, oh shit, he's Americanized, right?
mm,
And you're like, you know, you kind of like you can see it. His English is far too good. Like, damn, dude,
not
you
the
don't.
round one, but like I bullshit aside, bro. Like not even trying to troll, bro. Bro,
Yeah.
I think Virgil Ortiz could beat the shit out of Xander Zayas. Like for real, bro. Like for real, bro.
I
Like
think,
like
yeah.
like
Okay.
like
Okay.
I'm not even playing, bro. I'm not
Okay.
even playing, bro. Look at
Okay.
his
But
knockout
you act like
ratio.
you're saying something astronomical. You're acting like you're saying something I would never agree to. Like, look, there's a possibility that he can beat Xander. There's also a possibility Xander can beat him. I don't think that the skill gap is so big where I would be afraid to put Xander in against Virgil. No. No, I wouldn't. I'd put in Xander against Virgil tomorrow. I put up that belt Xander got to back it. You know, because your guy doesn't bring a belt because he's not that good. But anyway, the Puerto Ricans will bring the belt for you, you know, because you're not good enough to get one. But anyway, we'll make the fight
Mm.
interesting. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take a jab at you. All right. And right now, like, nah, like you think look, yes, Virgil's a strong fighter. Yes. Virgil got me like that would be a real tough fight for Xander. Yes, but it's not like I'm saying Naoya Inoue versus Alan David Picasso.
Definitely
The-
not, bro.
okay, then.
Hell no.
Okay,
Hell no.
now that's a way that's how you're talking about Virgil versus Xander. You're trying to sell it to me. I think it's a lot closer of a fight between the two men than that situation. You know what I mean?
Who
And you're
would be
like,
favored in that fight in the odds?
well,
Bookies.
respectfully, the bookies might have Virgil. Maybe he might be the favorite, right? But they might respect Xander's belt. You know, seeing that Xander is actually the champion and Virgil has never been a world champion. And I repeat that this mic is working. The key word is never been a world champion. You know, you want to focus on the word never. And I mean never. Throughout two-way divisions, never been a world champion.
Stop it, round one. Stop
Xander
it. Stop
at
it,
only
bro.
22 years old, and I repeat, 22 years old, a young man dared to be great, win a world title, and maybe before even Virgil even thinks about getting a shot at Virgil, Xander's probably going to have two belts because you know he's unifying, right? He doesn't slow down. While your guy still is watching Xander on TV be a unified world champion, and he has never been a world champion. I repeat, never been a
Stop it,
world
round one.
champion.
Stop it, bro. Cut
I
the
mean,
cap. You know
I
damn
mean,
well.
listen.
You know damn well that guy
Hold on.
was.
Yeah, blah, blah.
Hold on. Listen, brother. If the best thing you have,
Who has a better resume? Who has a better resume?
okay, the best so far, the best thing you have of late, it's see, boxing is what you've done for me lately, sport. It's what have you done for me lately? And the last thing that Xander did was win a world title. What did your guy do last? Oh, he was in a rumored fight with Jerron Boots
One of the
Ennis.
top five.
He was in a rumored fight with Jerron Boots Ennis. He's been in a rumor fight with Jerron Boots Ennis for the last few months. So while my boy is unifying, you're fighting rumors. Keep going that way, you fake interim rumor fighter. Go that way. Keep fooling the public because Oscar is never going to give up his cash cow and put you at risk. He's always going to protect you because Ryan's fucking up and you're all he has. You think Oscar De La Hoya is going to put you up, Virgil? Hell no. He has you surrounded by protection. And all you want to do, Virgil, is fight, but you're never going to get it because you're fucking with him. And he ain't going to give you up. Besides, you and Ryan, what's he got?
What are you talking about, bro? Yeah, he got
nothing. Shut it up.
He got Oscar Duarte. He got Pandora.
Who's he? Has he fought for a title? Shut it up. Oh, be quiet,
Stop it, bro.
Be quiet. Yeah, how many tickets does he sell? Yeah, that's what I thought. Quiet that noise down. He ain't never gonna give up Virgil. He's never gonna put him in that fight, guys. He's not. Oscar, you think Oscar's been managing Virgil this long to fuck up at the end for no belt? So he's just gonna sacrifice Virgil for Jerron Boots Ennis's pleasure. And so that you guys get a boxing, see the best fighting the best. You guys buy that shit? You guys really thought that was gonna happen? That's never gonna happen. Oscar will not let that happen, just like he wouldn't let Ryan Garcia fight in Japan while he was on suspension. You think Oscar's going to sign off his cash cows? You guys haven't learned who Oscar De La Hoya has been this entire time, right?
If he makes that fight versus Boots and Virgil, we're going to come back here and you're going to take your words back.
Listen, brother. There will never be no taking words back because I'm real versed in boxing and I know these boxing promoters, bro, and I don't have to take nothing back. I'll double down on it. It'll never happen. Never ever happen. I've seen this far too many times with Oscar. That's why people come to Round One Sports Talk, because I'm going to let you know and you're gonna see it. And every single time they come back and say, "Yo, Edwin, you were right," and I said I was right, because I'm telling you, that will never ever happen. It's two big names for nothing, for no belts, nothing. Just like, you crazy? Yeah, right. That's not happening. Yo, the first thing would
Virgil
have
has
to
done
be
nothing though.
something. What's up, my brother?
What's up?
What's up? Hugo's crazy. Hugo think that Oscar's just gonna let this shit fly. Oscar's holding
No,
on. He's been holding on to Virgil's hand all this time, and you think he's just
Virgil
gonna
has done nothing in the sport. He has no belt.
nothing? He's crazy. Hugo's crazy. He don't see what Oscar's been doing right in front of us. Same shit, but Ryan's a loose cannon, and like he try to like teach Ryan a lesson and let like Ryan, oh, you want this Tank fight? You want it? You want it? Then fine, you here, you have it. Watch when Tank knocks you out. And somehow this Ryan kid came out the other side shining. And every time, and then he put him in that fight with Devin, and it was just like, I understand what happened later, but I think that Oscar had it with Ryan's antics, and that's the reason why he did that with him. But as far as Virgil, he's been fucking holding Virgil's hand the entire time. He ain't letting that man's hand go. You crazy. Yeah, feed him to Sharon Boots Ennis because you guys want to see a good fight. Yeah, right. It's not happening. Nah, it's not gonna happen. And as far as like one of the fights that I think that we talked, huh? What was that? I didn't hear that last part.
Duran Boots in his microphone.
I keep hearing Jerron Boots Ennis mic something, and then your mic cuts off right at the end. But if you're referring to Jerron Boots Ennis as a talent and as a fighter, yes, Jerron Boots Ennis is a good boxer, good skilled, slick style fighter, got good movement. He's faded a little bit, like when I saw him against Karen and stuff. Jerron Boots Ennis is going through another transition in his life, and he's not getting any younger. Um, Judging him off his last performance and coming up to a new weight division, I would like to see how he acclimates to the division. Um, I can't tell you how many times I've seen fighters, real skilled fighters, jump up one division and it didn't work out for them. When Nonito Donaire moved up one more time, that didn't work out for him at all. And he was a really skilled fighter still at that time. So I do want to see some evidence with Jerron Boots Ennis. I wish he was more active. I wish we saw more of him. And I wish he took some fights. Uh it seems like in the American way, when we get up to like star status, rather than fighting more, we seem to be fighting less. It seems like the more popular you get or the more belts you get, the less we see you. I think that a lot of these guys get blindsided with what they forget how they got there. They forget that boxing gave them everything that they have. So in that aspect, sometimes I think that the boxers get lost, but it happens a lot. It seems to be the case that the higher you get, the less we see you. But and then the case of Naoya Inoue, the monster, he's still fighting 4 times a year, showing and proving to the boxing world that this has to do with keeping the boxer accountable and telling the boxer, bro, you fighting once a year ain't cutting it.
That's a great point, bro.
And
I'm not gonna lie to you, round one. Now that's something that, like, wow, bro, like that's unbelievable. Like they could shit on Naoya Inoue for fighting Picasso or for I didn't hear no one shit on him for fighting MJ. But, huh?
what was that?
Oh, I don't know. But yeah, man. Bro, 4 times a year, like that is crazy, bro. That is wild. Risking it all, right?
Yeah.
Usyk fight this year.
Usyk last fought against Dubois,
Yeah.
and that was his last fight. So, and the hand wraps in Japan and the hand wraps here in New York or California are way different. Mind you, this whole scenario in Japan with the hand wraps is a bunch of smoke screen because in actuality, what you're doing is you're saying, okay, the rules are different, but they're not different between the fighters. Meaning, if the rules were different out there, the rules are the same for both fighters. So they're actually no difference. So, however you wrap them in Japan, the other team can do the same. Then you come to New York, it's the same way. If a Japanese fighter comes out to New York and he can't wrap it with tape, well, neither can the other guy. So it's still a fair match. So
Dude,
this
that's fucking
thing about
crazy.
this whole thing about hand wraps is a complete 100% smoke screen. It's a smoke screen to get you to think about a fair competitive matchup. Because if Inoue could do it, he could do it.
Hmm.
The same way they both wrapped their hands, they went into the ring. Am I right? So who had the disadvantage? Where did the cheating come in effect? If we entered the ring with the same wraps, no matter which way you put it, whether you put it with the taping or the non-taping, and we came in with the same gloves, the same reps. So now it's just up to us as fighters. Now I can see if Naoya Inoue was doing that and the other guy wasn't allowed, that's cheating. If there was something in the way you did it different than the other guy, that's cheating. But if you go to Japan and you fight by Japan rules and the guy in the locker room and the Japan guy is rapping his, then you can too. So where's the foul play? I don't get it. I don't get it. You guys are buying into the machine and to the smoke screen. And you guys are not seeing the fight that's in front of you with Alan David Picasso. You're not even seeing Alan David Picasso's performance. Alan David Picasso's performance was fucking good. He did good, man, against that Japanese dude, bro. You got to give that dude credit, man. He did fucking great. Man, I know a lot of other fighters that tried to fight Naoya Inoue shot for shot. Yo, Alan David Picasso landed his fair shots against Naoya Inoue, and he did land that check hook. All right, so they're studying Naoya Inoue. They're getting closer to him. They're hitting him a little bit more. Everything. But like I said, you will never actually see it fight if all you're actually arguing are headlines. Headlines, his raps, headlines. Naoya didn't knock this guy out. Headlines. Yeah, that's all you're arguing. You're not seeing the purity of the sport, what actually happened and what took place. And that they're saying that Junto Nakatoni is what? Junto Nakatoni was supposed to be the next best Japan fighter and even possibly beating Naoya Inoue. But when Naoya Inoue had his test, he fought the number one mandatory on his test. What did Junto fight? What was his test? Let's find out right now. As a matter of fact, hold up.
He was moving up to 122, and he was testing the waters out, and he fought a undefeated fighter.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. They don't got him here, so I'm gonna have to type him in. Hold on. Junto. Junto Nakatani right here. Boom. Okay. So wait a minute. For instance, Sebastian Fernandez right here. So as Mexican fighters in that division, he was ranked number 3. In the world, he's ranked number 9. Right? So he has a number 9 ranking. So the number 9 guy took you that far and closed your eye to Junto. You fought the number 9 guy. Naoya Inoue fought the number 1 guy.
Cooking motherfucker. Mm.
And you went to a split decision with your guy. That means that's
It
obvious.
wasn't a split decision round one. It was a unanimous decision, but we know
It
who
was,
won.
it was a hold up. I thought it was a unanimous decision. Whoa, it was. Yes, it was a unanimous decision. But, come on. You're going to tell me that Sebastian Hernandez didn't win a few rounds, more than 1 or 2 rounds?
He won the fight, in my opinion, respectfully.
Okay. So that means he wore, let's arguably, that's 12 rounds. So 6 and 6. So you can say anywhere between like what? Fucking 6 to 5 rounds you can consider him winning just off argument's sake, right?
Yes, sir.
And he was the number 9 guy. Okay. And Inoue's case, he fought the number 1 guy, and that guy didn't win a single round.
Mm.
Naoya Inoue won all 12 rounds. There was a clear winner. Where in Naoya Junto's, even you think there might have been a possibility that the wrong guy won.
Yes,
So
sir.
your
Absolutely.
your performance wasn't even on par with Naoya Inoue's performance, that he pitched a shutout to the number 1 guy. You couldn't pitch a shutout to the number 9 guy. You struggled.
Mm.
But yet, Junto's gonna beat who? Not Naoya anyway. Watch when that fight happens. I hope you're there. I hope you're gonna be on this live when that day happens. I hope everybody tunes in too. And I'm gonna show you, and you're gonna see. Damn round one, I'm be like, I told you there was levels to this. There's levels to boxing. Naoya Inoue's on a different level than Junto. I don't think, maybe a few more other fights, maybe he might have got better. But Naoya Inoue's not dumb neither. He knows when to tag Junto. He still knows that he's good, but he's not there yet. And I just think that Naoya Inoue is just that much better than him. And on that night, he's gonna prove it. He's gonna prove it. He's probably gonna stop Junto. Watch. He's
Nah.
I think he might stop him. He might go the distance. Who knows? It might go the distance. Got the ability. It got distance written all over the fight. Yes, it does. But if I'm gonna pick my guy, might as well go with the knockout. And I'm gonna put it that he's gonna knock him out. That's it.
You ain't wrong for that one.
If Hugo could come up here with a straight face and say that Ryan Garcia can beat Usyk in a fight, you know what I'm saying? Then I can say anything too. You know what I'm saying? So
Ryan Garcia could beat Usyk?
yeah, that's what you said. Your Mexican brethren will beat anybody in the world. That he was the best fighter.
Stop it, round one.
Better
Stop the
than-
cap. I never said that.
Yo, listen, I don't know half the things you say, but I know it's mostly cap. So if I say something capping, it'll just be right around that line. As he goes all in with all the shit you say.
What
so
I do know
I
though is
might
that
not
Ryan
be that
Garcia
off.
will be the next
You know what I mean?
WBC 147 champion of the world. That's what I do know.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
Because Ryan Garcia is fighting Barrios.
Who's
Oh,
that
my
on the
God.
line? Who's on the
Yeah,
line?
Listen, Ryan Garcia might get fucking his ass whooped against Mario Barrios. Fuck around.
Stop it, round one.
Keep fucking
Stop
around.
it, bro. Stop
Oh yeah,
throwing him under the
what
bus.
happened to your Ryan
Xander
Garcia?
Zayas will not be unified. He'll get his
Okay,
ass
so
whooped by that Prosper
there's that hate Hugo I knew. I was just waiting for him to come out. There he is. Listen, let me tell you something right now, right? Your little Ryan Garcia couldn't get past fucking Rolly.
Rolly
Bro, Rolly's a
Romero.
3-division champion.
That fucking a 3'5", a 3'5" Isa Pitbull Cruz. Use him like a pinball machine.
140 while Rolly was weight drained. Stop
Yo,
the cap,
he
bro. I
used
know
him like a
boxing, dog.
There was no weight drain. That was no
dog.
WBA. There's no weight. He used them for like a Yeah, there is a WA. But anyway, he used them like a pinball machine, bro. He beat the shit out of Rolly, and your fucking super Mexican boy wonder, or should I call him boy blunder, Ryan Garcia fumbled the bag, okay, because he couldn't even keep it together against Rolly. And to
Like
keep
Subriel
one of the
Matias
biggest fights,
almost the bag
shut
versus
the
Leon
fuck
Paro in
up.
Puerto Rico.
But at least,
Talk about
but
that
at
one.
least, but at
That
least
one.
my guy Xander completed the mission. My guy didn't fumble the bag. When we
Hey,
sent our guy out to go get the bag, he came back with the belt.
While
Which
everyone was
Right.
sleeping because
Yo,
everyone
Ryan
slept during
ain't
this
doing
fight.
shit but
Everyone
losing and
sleeps
making
during
you
Xander's
look bad.
fight.
Shut up.
Everyone sleeps during
Hey, yo.
Xander's fight.
Xander is
Everyone
illegal.
sleeps during Xander's fight. We all know that. When was the last time you got a knockout?
Xander,
Xander's knocked someone out.
we're about to knock out this next guy for this
They're about
belt.
to knock your ass out in Puerto Rico.
Yo, stop it, because you know Xander got a tighter unification. What
This
is your
doesn't
guy got?
understand Xander the world
Another-
champion.
better
PC
hope- you better hope
147.
Yeah, you better hope that your guy doesn't test positive for Austrian again. That's what you better hope.
You better hope that Subriel Matias doesn't test positive either.
Yeah,
Oh my
wrong.
God.
He was
the cheater.
acquitted. He was acquitted. Your guy was handed out suspensions.
He completed the suspension, and that's over with already.
What you mean it's over with? What's over with is his career if he loses. That's what's going to
Subriel
be over
Matias
with.
loses January 10th. He'll be a guy that loses his biggest fights.
Listen, he'll be a guy that loses his
Paro.
biggest fight, but he'll be still a main attraction because Subriel Matias, guess what he is? A two-time world champion. Guess what Ryan is? A two-time loser. All right then, listen, you know what I'm saying? If you want to keep going back and forth, we can keep going. You know what I mean?
I mean,
That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. I'm not gonna lie. You cooked me there. Who else is on this line?
My boy here, his name is I talk a lot, you know what I'm saying? Chatterbox. Since the guy's been on, he hasn't stopped talking. You know what I'm saying? He's a real chatterbox down there, you know what I mean? Nah, he's just my dude. He wants to sit in and listen to Hugo take his entire
talk some
burrito
boxing.
and
Let's
shove
talk
it in
some
his
boxing.
mouth. Yeah, because we're all here watching you just cram your burrito right down your mouth. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
stop it,
So,
round one. And you
you know
guys
what I
eating your
mean?
plátano frito right there. You guys eating your plátano con arroz. Stop it.
Yo, that you see, you got us fucked up again. You couldn't even get at me right. We're not the Platanos guys. Those are the Dominicans. You see what I'm saying? You still got me fucked up. You know, you don't know how to come at me, bro. You know what I mean? But anyway,
I'm a
listen.
traditional food. You guys got overruled by the white guy, and you guys didn't fight
Oh my
back.
God! Now he's getting real like political, overruled shit. Listen, you know what got overruled was the decision for Virgil Ortiz to fight for a title. That's what got overruled. All right.
You guys are eating your mofongo. Eat
You
that
know?
mofongo.
Virgil Ortiz is scared of both.
Oh man, Virgil Ortiz is scared of his own shadow. You know what I'm
That's why
saying?
he
If
got
he
the
goes
first round
outside,
knockout versus
he's like
Ruben, a number one contender. Stop
outside,
it.
he sees his shadow, he goes back in the groundhog. That's Virgil. If he even hears Terrence Crawford's name, he runs back in. Is that Terrence? Is he outside?
Virgil,
Oh shit!
Virgil goes back to fight Ruben.
Yo, Terrence Crawford tormented that man for
Terrence
years.
Crawford
and everything.
nowadays. He's not even in the division. Stop it, bro. You're bringing
Terrence
up like
Crawford's
old
not
shit.
even in boxing no more. He retired.
Exactly.
And
So
he's
let's talk
still
about someone
scared of him.
relevant. Let's talk
He's
about
still
someone
scared of
relevant.
him. Yo, can you believe this? Virgil Ortiz actually calls Terrence Crawford and asks him permission to leave his house. Yo, can you believe that? No, that's terrible, man. That's no way to live your life, bro. You know what I'm saying? Come on, get some balls, man.
Bro, he has them, dog, and he will be fighting. I just got off the phone with Eric Gomez, and he
You
will
got
be
off the
fighting.
phone with Eric Gomez. Stop lying. You don't know Eric Gomez's number. You be capping, bro. Stop lying.
Round one. Stop it.
Yo, listen. I'm just fucking with you, man. I think Virgil's a great fighter, man, but he's got some shit to prove. That's it. And just like Jerome Boots Ennis, he got some shit to prove too. I can't give Jerome Boots Ennis that credit.
Jerome Boots is going to fight another kid.
Yeah, the thing is that Jerome Boots Ennis did have 2 belts. You know, he did get Terrence Crawford's belt when they stripped him, and then he beat Stanionis so for the WBA. So at least we can say
And
that
he
much
had the
about.
main ring belt. Bro, why don't you give guys their due diligence for the ring belt, bro? That's the number one guy in the division.
All
What's
right,
your
listen,
problem with the
listen.
ring?
All right. Listen. That's the ring belt is exactly what it is. The ring magazine.
Are you the
Ring,
man in the division when you have that belt?
stop,
Answer that question.
Hugo, stop. The ring belt is an award. It's a trophy that's shaped like a belt. It's a
Who gets
trophy.
that belt? Who gets that belt?
Stop, Hugo. It's for allegedly for the number one and the number two guys, which is supposed to be the tough guys or whatever, fighting each other. And then what you do is you attach it to a world title. Since the Ring magazine can't survive on its own, it needs a belt to attach itself to.
Can I input without interrupting you there? Just let me input, bro, because let's debate here a little. The problem is that more than likely the number one and the number two and the whole division and the four sanctioning bodies are going to be belt holders. So it's not that it needs to be attached to an ABC belt, is that just falls into place. Because the number one and the number two are most likely going to be a ring. I mean, a belt holder.
Obviously you don't know how gimmicks work.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
A gimmick needs to attach to something in order to survive. A gimmick can't survive on its own. A gimmick needs to attach itself to something. So if your belt can't survive by itself, and they don't say a 5-belt era, they say a 4-belt era. And last but not least, Mike Tyson didn't need the Ring magazine belt to be called unified. Naoya Inoue or Saul or any champion, if they do not have the Ring magazine, what changes? Nothing.
They ain't the man in the division.
So your unification, I don't care what you say because of your ringside belt. What the 4 major sanctioning body belts say, I'm the champion. So you
who's the man in the division?
Listen. Nobody wants your magazine belt, bro. Okay? Nobody wants your trophy belt that's shaped like a belt that just goes around your waist. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't count as a belt. It never have in the history of boxing ever count. The only argument you have is the number one fighting the number two and tough man shit talk. But when it comes to belts and record books, it's not counted. So I don't count it. It's a 4-belt era, a 3-belt era, a 2-belt era. It was never the ring era. Ever. And just because you get acknowledgement for being a lineal or the tough guy. Yeah, lineal. That's just like Tyson Fury running around with no belts and yelling that he was the lineal. Was that a joke or what?
Round one, then I must be misinformed because ever since I started watching boxing, that hasn't been too long, the Ring magazine belt is the number one belt in the division.
All right. Listen. Once again, before I end this live stream, my wife kills me, right? Once again, Papi, without you noticing, you're part of the machine. You're part of the problem. You're actually part of
the machine.
Yeah, the machine. You're part of this problem with now that Turkey bought the Ring magazine, he's trying to put it in your head that this whole time right in front of you, it's been this miraculous belt. But Naoya Inoue, when he won the 4 belts, he become undisputed champion. He didn't need to win or fight another fight for that ring. The only reason why that Ring magazine's in that ring is because they're trying to make it valuable once again. You know, just a few years ago, Oscar De La Hoya owned that Ring magazine. And what was happening? It was a popularity belt. Not the number one, never fought the number 2 for the ring then. It was just awarded to the guy that won the belt. And they gave it to him that night.
Yes, the Ring magazine belt is very important and prestigious in boxing, symbolizing true divisional supremacy and historical greatness.
Okay, let me tell you something. Well said from a trophy that's been around forever. I never argued the fact that the trophy ring belt wasn't prestigious and it hasn't been around forever, that belt is very prestigious. It's been a trophy around in the sport of boxing for a very long time. But as long as you know what it is, a trophy to recognize you fighting the toughest guys. That's exactly what it is. It recognizes that the number one fought the number two. They gave me a trophy for it. It's shaped like a belt, and I can have the choice to put it around my waist. But that's all that is. There's a whole bunch of trophies and awards in the sport of boxing.
Legitimate
The
belt.
only main thing you need to worry about are the four sanctioning body. What counts?
Full belt.
What counts?
Mm.
And I've never seen an undisputed champion, a unified champion, need the Ringside Magazine to be called unified or undisputed. Never in the history of boxing. If you were unified, then you were unified. If you didn't have the ring being unified, did that take away from your unified status? No. Does it add to it? No.
Yes. Don't say no. Yes. It does
Okay.
add to it.
Okay. So you added a trophy, but did you actually add another belt? Do they say now you have 3 belts? Or
You
this
have
do
2
they,
belts plus the
No.
ring belt.
do they
The
still say
greatest
you
belt
have
in the
2 belts?
division.
So you have 2 belts and a trophy.
2 belts and the most prestigious belt.
Okay, why does it never turn into 3 belts?
Because it's not a
Because it's a
sanctioning body.
gimmick belt.
Why it never does it turn into 3 belts though? You're not answering my question. Why is it
The
right
two-
now that Oscar Collazo has the Ringside Magazine belts and he became unified? Why doesn't it say that he has multiple belts? Explain that to me. Why doesn't it say that
Okay,
TFC
I'm gonna
Lopez
explain it
has
to you
2
in a
belts?
short answer.
Okay,
If it
hold up.
wasn't for that ring belt, his ass wouldn't be in the top 10, which I don't think his ass deserved. Ricardo Sandoval deserves
Okay,
to be there.
stop right there. Stop right there. If you're gonna make up fake shit on the fly and say it, at least make up fake shit on the fly that makes sense. Once you have a world title, you can never be in the top 10 because you're already a world champion. You're not in a
No,
ranking
I said
system.
top 10 pound for pound.
Okay, listen to me, brother. The Ringside Magazine doesn't do anything for your top 10 status. Absolutely
Mm.
zero. That's where you lose. When the regular belts have nothing to do with pound for pound is skills. An overall assessment as a fighter as you move up
And
through
achievement.
competition
Skills
and
and
your weight
achievement.
divisions. No, achievements has nothing to do with pound for pound. See,
What do
you're
you?
part of the
Oh my
machine.
god.
You're part of the machine. You want to count belts and add that. You can never add a belt in a pound for pound conversation. Who told you that lie?
Bro, every guy in the top 10
I-
pound for pound has been a ring champion, a ring belt holder.
Wow.
Down the list? Let me go down the list real quick.
Okay, Hugo, stop with the machine. I don't care.
Machine.
You must not understand or must not be hearing me at all, huh? You must just in your brain, whatever I say
machine.
goes in one ear and just goes out. When I say that you're part of the machine, you must not hear that, right? And when I also say that the Ringside Magazine attaches it's to itself to alphabet belts, that it doesn't coexist by itself. That when you see the ring, you're gonna see the alphabet belts. You must not know that forget about that in the part of the conversation. By
Well,
you
Manny
putting all-
Pacquiao was a ring belt
Okay,
holder
that
at
doesn't matter.
126,
It
and you
doesn't
didn't
matter.
give him credit.
Listen. You're moving the goalposts. You're starting to talk about guys that had it or situations. What I'm trying to prove to you without a definable of the doubt, it is not a belt. It is a 4 belt era, not a 5, period.
So
Period.
then question real quick. Okay, Jay Apataya.
Period. It doesn't matter
Pataya.
your situations, dude.
Jay Opataya. He has the ring belt and the IBF at cruiserweight. Are people saying that he's the best at cruiserweight? Yes or no?
Okay, check this out, right, my brother? Right? Okay, you can say that because of the fact that what they're trying to have you say, people like you say, is that because of he has the Ringside Magazine, that it makes him the best. So Turkey is building the Ringside Magazine. Yes, he is. Make no mistake. and he wants to put it out there like this Ringside Magazine belt all of a sudden is really something. But
Ring
I'm
bell.
telling
It's
you,
not ringside. Stop saying ringside. It's
okay,
ring.
okay, the ring belt. But I'm telling you something right now. You don't need it. You don't need it to be the okay, for instance, okay, let's say
Teofimo Lopez at 140. He's a Ring Magazine belt holder and the WBO. Isn't everyone saying that he's the best in that division? Yes or no?
hold on a second. Wait 1 second. Okay. Let's go to
No, answer my question. Answer my question. At 140, Teal got the ring belt at 140. He took it from Josh Taylor. Aren't people saying that he's the best at 140?
okay.
It's because
With your
Yo, bro,
statement.
who's that on the line, man? Who's that on the line? I can't hear you at all, brother.
Okay, yeah, it's echoing a little bit, but check this out, right? What you're saying about that situation, I could just turn around and put out another situation with Teal. Shit, you're talking about Teal being the best at 140 because he has the Ringside Magazine belt.
Because
Okay,
he beat the man. He
okay,
beat the
but
man.
check this out. Let me talk. Okay, but Teal right now coming into his next fight, Shakur Stevenson is coming up from a lower weight division, and he's not even favored in that fight, but he's the Ringside Magazine champion.
What are you talking about? He's not favored, bro. It's a 50-50
He's not.
fight.
Shakur Stevenson's favored in that fight.
Bro, it's a 50-50 fight.
Stevenson is the favorite.
Huh?
It's a 50-50 fight. What are you
Listen.
talking about?
Okay. No, Shakur Stevenson is favored in that fight from a guy coming up from a smaller weight division. And you're talking about that Ringside Magazine belt is supposed to give you so much prop, it doesn't protect you from even a guy coming up in a slower weight division. So what good is that Ringside Magazine belt?
Yes.
If the guy in the weight division
A
coming
guy
up
coming
is
up
saying
in weight,
he's better than
okay.
you.
Yes,
Matter
a
of
guy
fact, they're not even
coming up.
saying that the guys in their own division are better than you. They're saying that a smaller guy coming up is better than you. That's worse.
Bro, cut that other caller, man. I can't hear you, dude. Who's that other caller in here, dude?
The mic. Well, hold on. He can stay right there, but I'll just his mic is echoing. Okay, I got it.
He's
All right.
muted.
So what's
I
up?
can't hear. Okay, so you're talking about Shakur Stevenson like he's coming up and he's a random. You're talking about a Olympic super medalist and a 3-division world champion.
Okay.
You're
Okay.
not talking about no random guy, bro.
Hugo, stop. Hugo. I'm gonna prove you're full of shit. Right?
Go.
Okay. Okay. Hold up. Stop. Who's the best 154 pounder?
There's none right now. There's none. Because no one
you know
is.
why? Because you don't want to say that because what? There's no Ringside Magazine champion?
Exactly. You fucking. If Xander Zayas beats Abbas Baruz, he will technically be the best in that division because he's unified. He got 2 belts, but technically he isn't because he hasn't fought for the Ring Magazine belt. Cut the shit.
Yo, you don't need the Ringside Magazine to consider me a world champion, and I don't need it to consider me the toughest. Cut the shit.
No, you know what? If the day after tomorrow, Virgil Ortiz and Sebastian Fundora hopefully scrap for the WBC belt, you know what other belt will be on the line? The ring belt. Why? Because it's 1 versus 2. Cut the shit.
Yo, but I don't care if I win the ring. I only care if I win the alphabet belts that bring me to the Hall of Fame.
Well, you know who cares?
The Hall of Fame
Famers care.
The Hall of Famers care. Yeah, if you only
cares.
Now if you only win the Ringside Magazine belt for four weight divisions, if you only win the ring and you don't win no alphabet belt and you go and you retire, are you a world champion?
You can't.
That's right, because it can't exist by itself. It can't exist by itself.
No, because the ring belt
has to attach itself
the
to
ring
the
belt
alphabet
the
belts.
4 belts.
And without the alphabet belts, you don't live. And that's why, my friend, we don't need you. You need us.
Bro, the ring belt is probably the oldest belt of all 4.
No, it's not. The WBA is.
Okay. I'm gonna fucking fact check you right now.
The WBA started in 1921. The Ringside magazine started a few years later.
Why is it giving me, brother? I don't care about no
What
Lord.
is the first major sanctioning world title in boxing? Look up the first sanctioning body in boxing.
Okay.
And then look up the Ring magazine. When did it start? The history of the Ring magazine.
I got you. What is the first major sanctioning body? The WBA, 1921.
I told you that. 1921.
Okay. The WBC, 63. The IBF, 83, and the WBO.
I know all of this. I don't need you're the one that needed wanted to debate, because all of a sudden you started putting out fake news that the Ringside magazine was better and more older, but you keep getting caught in your web of deception. You don't understand. We don't need the Ringside magazine to be considered.
Cut the shit, round one. Cut the shit, dude. That shit was
We don't need it. We don't need it. We don't need it.
It was created 1921. Ring magazine was created 1922. Stop the shit. It's a year difference.
But stop the shit. Yours is not older, and I proved my point, and you were the liar in this case. You see what I'm saying? So you need to stop the shit, because we went down this rabbit hole because of your tall tales. Remember that. All right? We don't need your Ringside magazine. Tio, you could rub that on your chest. I don't care. It doesn't make you the best 40. I think Subriel Matias is the best 41 pounder. Way better than Tio. You got a guy smaller coming up to your division, and the world don't even believe in you in that fight. That's what it says about you, Tio. You're trying to say he's the best because what? He got a ring? That ring can't
because he beat the man at 135, Lomachenko, and because he beat the man at 140, Josh Taylor. That's why. He's a ring slayer. And because he wanted to fight the ring champion at 147, Jerome Boots Ennis.
Okay. Just like he fought Loma in 135, that's not in 140, so that claim for that ring belt doesn't count here in this situation.
Yes, it does, because he beat the man in the division.
But and then when you go to 140, I believe, and your claim was who? Josh Taylor, the guy that got stripped for 3 belts, that lost his 3 belts.
He didn't get stripped. He vacated them.
He vacated 3 belts because he didn't want to fight that guy. Didn't fucking honor himself as a champion.
Yeah, because he didn't want to fight that guy because Teofimo Lopez was coming up undisputed from 135. He wanted to fight the man at 135. Moving up.
Okay. Now that you're so passionate and you said that, the minute that he did that and lost those 3 belts, that takes the claim from the best fighting the best from the Ringside magazine. And since you're not honoring that anymore, that falls to the wayside. So coming into that fight, there's no way he should have had a claim to a Ringside magazine when you're
there was no other better man than Josh Taylor in that division.
No, there wasn't, because he's coming off a controversy win off Jack Catterall that a lot of people thought that Jack Catterall beat him in that fight. All right.
Just like everyone thinks that Yuto Nakatani lost that fight, but in reality, he won it. And Naoya Inoue will fight him next.
What I'm saying to you is reality. The minute that he had to vacate 3 of those belts, that's no longer your claim to a Ringside magazine belt. So Teofimo Lopez actually has 2 fake claims to his title runs. He was never an undisputed, and none of the belts. His claim is on the day that he beat Josh Taylor, technically he should have had 4 belts, but on paper he only came into the fight on 1 belt. And then his second claim is
2 belts.
1 belt.
WBO in the Ring magazine. Stop the shit. Number 1 in the division.
Shut up. Oh, be quiet. That belt don't count. And then, because when they announced Tio right now in this fight against Shakur, you think they're going to say Teofimo Lopez, the 2-time, they're going to say the WBO champion. Remember that. And then they'll say
division lineal world champion.
And then they'll say honorable mention and the Ring magazine champion. They'll say honorable. They'll say WBO champion, and they'll say in the
The
world.
two
And
division world champion, lineal champion at 140.
why doesn't he turn into a unified champion if he has 2 belts?
Because the
Take
lineal
your
count,
bullshit ass belt back that way. Yeah. Yeah. Why doesn't he turn into a unified world champion if he got 2 belts like the way you claim? Is he unified? No. Nope. He only has 1 belt. He's not unified. So take your bullshit
Nasty.
Mickey Mouse trophy the fuck that
Nasty.
way.
I bet you if the Ring magazine was owned by a Puerto Rican, you would honor it.
You racist motherfucker. Shut your pug ass up. Listen, fight fans, love you guys. I'm about to get beat up by my wife here. Happy New Year's. Once again, I had to shut down Hugo and his absurd claims. But thank you for tuning in, Hugo. You know what I'm saying? You came in here and you got educated, and hopefully you think he would learn something. No, tomorrow he'll forget all that and come back again for some more. Yeah, that's exactly how he is. Anyway, fight fans, love yourselves. Look, it's snowing out where I'm from. Please make it home to your loved ones. Make it home safe these holidays, and let's kick off this new year right. Thank you for tuning in here and watching with. I forgot to take this guy's mic and put it back on. My boy, he can at least say bye. And thank you for everybody that tuned in, locked in.
Who is it?
That like button. My boy here, Armin. So, anyway, fight fans, love yourselves, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm on to the next one after this one here at Sports